All right, there you go.
Woo!
All right, everyone, welcome back to
Yay.
Starfinder.
Woo!
Woohoo!
Hell yeah.
Back with these crazy fun people. We're gonna be finding out what happened. Um, so I have a little recap for everybody since it's been a while
Nice.
since we ventured into the void. Previously, you all went to your first mission briefing as Starfinders. There, you discuss the findings of a previous Starfinder crew on the Drift Rock, just outside of Absalon Station's orbit. Another Starfinder, a Shirin by the name of Chiskisk, told you all that ancient technology and writings were discovered on this Drift Rock, but none of the Starfinder databases could translate it. As such, you all were tasked with heading to the Kabarat University of Xenoarchaeology and Xenoanthropology on Castroville. After briefing, Galen Blackford escorted you to a ship that had recently come back without its crew. This ship, now belonging to your crew, consisting of Captain Gidget, First Mate Zix, Pilot Fidget, Engineer Blink, and Gunners Brother Clerk and Bells.
Hell yeah.
Also, Science Officer, Brother Clerk, and Magic Officer Zix. All right. There's the rest of the notes. Aha! After landing on Castroville and having a little trouble with customs, you all made your way to the university, discovering some pandemonium due to an incendiary lecture given by one of the school's professors. You hoped to solve this quarrel and move on to meet Dr. Omaya Sostarni, the purpose of your visit. An archaeologist specializing in archaeoastronomic validation, the study of how ancient cultures viewed the cosmos through their art and architecture. However, upon opening the door to Solstarni's office, you find the office in disarray, with cabinet doors ajar, several stone artifacts scattered across the floor from open archival drawers, and a traveling bag open and half packed. The computer on the desk at the far end of the room is dark, but a diode on it was blinking regularly. Fidget, seeing the computer on the desk with a light blinking, attempted to hack into the computer. As her Yosoki fingers glide across the keys, an alert comes up, warning that a 1-hour lockdown will commence after one more failed attempt. And here we are. Fidget's sitting at the computer, and you see the screen come up with this warning: 1-hour lockdown will commence after one more failed attempt. You can continue to try and hack it with a computer's check. What are the rest of you doing in the room?
Hack it. Hack it.
Yeah, Fidget's just gonna like look up and be like, "Should I try again, or do people wanna?"
I mean, does this? I'm just like looking through bookcases or whatever. Does she strike you as someone who would like write the password down on a post-it note and just hide it somewhere? I don't know.
I'm not the right person to be asked that.
I have no idea.
No harm in asking, right? Like, just sort of look around for a bit. Like, what's the worst that could happen? We just wait for an hour?
I will watch the door because I don't feel like we're going to be left alone for an hour.
Probably true.
Yeah,
I'm
dude, that's
going
true. That's true, dude.
It's just like checking the
I'm
corridor.
going to cast Detect Magic on the office and look around and see if I get anything.
Spells.
All right, so how do you cast? Like, how does your detect magic look for Zix?
Oh gosh. Okay. Wait, give me a second. Okay, this is probably Weeps. I'll like open like a little rift in front of me, just like reach in and pull out like a pair of like these weird spectral sunglasses and put them on my face.
All right. So as you put these sunglasses on your face, you scan around the room, and you don't see any big blips or anything. You see some of these artifacts that were scattered on the floor. They have like residual magic energy around them, but nothing as like magical traps or any kind of magical runes or items or any specific objects. Just like little traces of it left over on these stone figures.
Kind of like check up on the stone figures. Like, is there anything special to them? Like, I know, can they be moved in any way?
No, they're just scattered across the floor, and half of them are still in the drawer. It looks like she was trying
Okay.
to pack these, and they kind of fell out all over the floor. If you want, you could do a cultures check on them to get more information about them. Anybody can do a cultures check on the statues, or
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, cool.
I'll give
if
it
you
a
want
Hey,
to.
I have a -1 on that.
Will it let me roll it?
Hey.
click.
I got a 0.
Won't let me
What
roll
even
it.
got
are
a-
stones?
26.
Damn.
It will not let me roll it. Hold on, let me try that again.
Damn, it's 0.
Oh,
Yep.
okay. All right. I'm forced to. Oh God, I have to use a real die. Okay. All right.
Well, we have like
This-
3
this-
culture checks from you.
Yeah, it says that it rolled it for
Oh,
you.
seriously? It did not show it in my. Okay, there. Finally, it went. Okay. It was like
Yeah.
a weird delay on my end. That's strange. All right, take the 15 then. Sorry about that.
No, you're fine. Okay, so it looks like Gidget and Blink. You see these sculptures, and the only thing you can really think of is like they look kind of elvish, like ancient elven like statues. Possibly like an old race that is no longer existent, or a race that maybe the new elves had like descended from, like the star elves had like descended from.
Oh.
So, and then Fidget, did you want to go ahead? Did you want to make another computers check to try and hack?
You know, let's just do it. What can go wrong?
And if anybody can assist if you want to.
I have a pretty good computers, if that'll help.
I have a -1 computer, so I will stay
I have
right
a-
away from that.
I have a pretty good
too.
computer too.
So if
someone to-
one of you wants to roll, and then the other two can assist, or however you want to do it.
I can do the rolling, but if and also
Yeah.
So assist, you just have to make a DC 10 on a D20.
I got a 23.
So, and then for every pass sheet, you get a +2 to your check.
yeah,
Okay.
I rolled a fucking 3.
Yeah, there we go.
Okay, so that's 4, so 18.
Nice.
All right. So, with that, how do you assist her? How do you guys assist her? The hacking process.
It's so stupid.
I know, hard questions.
No, I'm just thinking of the first thing I thought of was like Gidget would totally be like in the background going, "You can do it, you can do it. Do you want a shoulder massage? Do you want to like, do you like need me to like get the tension out just so you can hack better?"
I mean, that works.
That sounds very computery. It checks out.
It's totally
Yeah.
computery, yeah.
I try to like proofread what Fidget is doing in case I see any mistakes and like try to like help her figure out like what to do next.
Are you backseat driving the hack?
I'm
Is
backseat driving the hacking. That's exactly what I'm doing.
Pair
Backseat
programming is the
hacking.
worst, though. Terrible.
Oof.
Should that be tabs or spaces? No, go away.
Oh god. Oh no.
Your caps lock is on. Shit.
We're cooler.
All right.
Why did you do it twice?
So as you continue to hack, you are able to access the computer screen. Pops up, and it has the background just says Kabarat University of Xenoanthropology and Xenoarchaeology. It has that like the school's like logo on the background, and you see let's see. Sorry. So you see her personal calendar notes, and it looks like she's scheduled for a research sabbatical in approximately 2 months, and it's approved by her department head, Muhali, which you all had met previously, and the authorities in Turhalu Point on the east coast of Ukulam. However, one of the recent files on the computer is a letter from Professor Muhali granting Dr. Solstarny leave to depart 2 months early to take advantage of special conditions in the field, which was signed 2 days ago. You also find a series of 15 messages that were exchanged between Dr. Solstarny and a person named Dr. Irub Pakwal regarding her research into ancient elven settlements of Ukulam. These exchanges, they start off pretty cordial, as they're just discussing minor details of interest from the little bit of research that's been posted and published on these sites. But as the discussion continues, you can see that Dr. Pakwal grew more insistent and tried to persuade Dr. Solstarny to meet with him at a cafe called the Five Arches in Kabarat's Gateway District 2 days ago, to try and appraise some artifacts that he had recovered. Dr. Solstarny, however, refused, citing that she had a busy schedule. And that's all you can find on the computer. So.
That's a bit strange.
Guess we check the cafe and ask for the other person.
A piece of cake.
Arab Pakwal.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Cool.
We can
Yeah.
ask for the other person and for a piece of cake.
Now that's just crazy talking.
Oh,
Let's go.
Thank you for the spelling. Holy shit.
You're welcome. Yeah, it's.
Oh, that is not how I imagined those words.
No.
Although phonetically, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Yes.
I just got, wait a second. But didn't her department head? I'm just kind of looking at everyone else. Didn't her department head? Wasn't she worried about her? But she gave her
She
leave
was.
early.
She said that she had taken personal leave and
Yeah.
wasn't answering her communicator, and she was worried.
Yeah, the leaving early was normal. It's the not checking in that was
It's the
weird.
not. Oh, yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
Oh.
Well, and then this point at the mess. This is bad.
But I
so
mean, if she had left early, why would she answer her? Maybe she's just busy.
Just gestures to the room, like.
Yep, but this is concerning.
I'm gonna have you all roll a sense motive check.
oh poop. Okay. I think I get something toward that. Hold on. Where did my thing go?
Sense motive. I
Free.
get nothing.
Oh gosh.
20. What's the deal with the bad rolls?
I
For
got
me.
5.
I also got a 5.
8! Wow, we're good at this.
Oh,
15.
at least someone got above me, Dan.
So the person with the flat affect
That's again.
doesn't understand like how to read people or human emotions gets a feeling so Brother Clerk, you get a feeling that these messages between Dr. Solstarny and Dr. Arab Pakwal, that her last final couple messages convey that she was feeling very skeptical about his motives. So you get the feeling that she didn't believe that he had actual artifacts that needed to be appraised.
Yeah, the being busy was an excuse. Something sketchy is going on.
Oh.
I sort of gathered that from the destroyed room.
He's like pointing at the emails, like, look, there's clearly a tense change here that's unnecessary. That looks like it's been reworded at least twice. Like,
I'm sensing sarcasm.
It's like you know when people write a sentence, it has like a cadence, and then when they
Mm.
think better and change a piece, you're like, that doesn't quite read right.
Mhm.
Hmm.
Is this Dr. Pasquale, is he part of the university? Maybe we should check.
We could ask Muhali.
That's what I was thinking. And then
Although if he worked here, why would he need to email her to get it?
well, that's I want to rule it out though. Maybe she knows who he is.
And you all can look up on the infosphere. Your data pads, any data pads have access to the infosphere,
Oh,
so you
poop.
could you could check the internet.
I forgot.
You could run a quick little Google search on him.
Oh God. I'm so used to D&D where it's like nothing's connected. Oh, and now we have Scry. Great.
Yeah. Now you have infinite knowledge. You can just like type it in and be like, oh, that's that. Okay.
Dude, we can
Boop,
Googles on the internets, the fantasy
Boop,
internet's
boop.
amazing.
Yep.
Okay, so
The
Gidget, as you look up Iroquois, like you just type in Iroquois on Castrovel's infosphere, you find a series of articles about elven ruins that he's published over the past 6 years. And at first, he appears to be a moderately well-established academic, but most of his articles seem to appear in poorly vetted journals, or they cite him as one of like several secondary authors. And can you make a computers check for me while you're looking this up?
Yep. Do. 27.
Oh, shit.
Nice.
So, checking at this, you notice some inconsistencies in his online bios and records. You notice that like some of the date of births don't quite line up on several of the different like biographies, or several of the different quotes are like slightly different. They look like maybe copy and pasted but changed slightly. And it's enough for you to believe that he may be entirely fictitious.
Oh. I just pointed datapad. That's not good. So
That's not good.
someone's being, I'll relay that information that I got. I think someone's being a liar.
Liars aren't good.
No. And no wonder Dr. Sostani was suspicious, because it's probably a good thing hopefully she didn't go.
Or at least not by choice.
Not by choice,
Look-
yeah.
Looks around for.
But like, why would you, think about it, if you spend 6+ years acting as this person and publishing, quote unquote, under that name, to what end? Like, that's a long time for a con.
Have you
Yeah,
ever
the payoff
been
must have
to
been
university?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. So, clearly it's got something to do with the ruins or the artifacts, and or both. I'm slipping into eggs. I'm so sorry.
That's fine.
I don't mean to.
Multi-dimensional she is.
She is Q. This is so maybe we should what should we do?
Go to the Five Arches. Call
Yeah.
the space police.
What?
I don't know.
We could message back from this computer pretending we are Sostani.
What to try and like draw this guy out?
Maybe just ask like, where are you? Or like, I mean, maybe where are you is a good thing, because then like doesn't really mean anything in case they did meet up. Or
And
something.
then we
I don't
wait
know.
for a response.
If
Yeah.
they already
Maybe-
have her,
Or
they will
or-
know.
Yeah, they'll know that
We-
we've been here though, if we do
we
something
could-
like that.
we could just like engineer like send an SOS signal. SOS is a thing, alright?
Yeah, I mean,
Hopefully.
yeah. There's some form, I'm
Yeah.
sure. I would hope it's
I hope,
SOS,
I hope so.
Sigma, Omega Sigma, something. I don't know.
Yeah.
The saint of sausages. It's the best.
I mean,
Um,
yeah, that's. Oh. Well, I mean, this is our first test, right? We knew we were supposed to have to go figure out what happened to the missing Starfinders, and then it turned into this, and then we have a ship, and there's a lot.
I mean, maybe
We
it's
need to do a
connected.
thing. It's definitely connected.
So we should maybe figure this out at least a little bit.
Hmm.
I
Well,
guess we hit up 5 archers.
could do that. Maybe
could-
we should get her address too, just in case,
Yes, and
and
he just
swing
like
by.
pulls up his compad and punches in Muhali's like office line, whatever her extension is.
yeah. So you just call up Professor Mohali.
Yeah.
All right. So it rings a couple times, and then, hello.
Professor.
Yes, this is Professor Mohali.
It's the Starfinders.
Oh, did you find anything of significance in Dr. Solstarny's office?
Unfortunately, yes.
And good news?
No.
That's unfortunate. The detectives should be up there in any minute. I just let them in at the front lobby, so they're going to assist and just kind of do a cordon and gather any evidence. I told them there were Starfinders up there working, and not to bother you.
That's very kind.
Is there any way I can be of assistance?
We may need to follow your colleague. She had to get papers signed to go in 2 months. Do we need papers to go?
Where are you going?
It's like,
if
like
you're going
scrolling
in
through the email, like,
if you're trying to head to the same place that she went, let me check. You'll have to go through Tirhalu Point, which is sort of a last stopping point before you get to the jungles of Kabrat, and before you get into the dense thickets. And unfortunately, it's there's not much civilization out there. It's more of a nature preserve. The three factions agreed that nobody would habitate any of these lands, so as to keep our world, beautiful. And as such, we very, very often have to go through a lot of authority figures just to send one person out for an archaeological dig or for some research purposes. However, I may be able to pull some strings with Tirhalu Point security. And actually, I'm going to send you. Let me see. Yes, I'm going to send you the security camera footage as well, as it looks like the receptionist at Kimsey had been reviewing the video logs and saw something interesting that we should take a look at. I had already given a copy to the detectives. I'll forward one to this number, this data pad as well. And again, if there's anything else you need help with, let me know. The detective should be up there soon.
I just ask her about this other guy. This other guy.
Oh, thank you, Gidget. We believe she was in contact with an Arub Pakal, but we also don't believe that this individual is
Real.
real.
That
Quote unquote.
Yeah, the name doesn't really ring a bell. I'm not entirely sure who this person is. Nobody here at the university goes by that name or pen name or any such thing. It sounds familiar, but I don't know.
It seems they may frequent 5 arches.
Oh, Five Arches. Okay. Yeah, that's a little cantina down not too far from here. It's over off beaten path in the Gateway District. It's more on the east end of the city. It's a nice little place ran by this really nice android named Yuli. Um, she's nice. Do you think that she would be able to help? Is there a chance that Dr. Silstarny went there?
Possibly. It's indicated as a potential rendezvous.
Hmm. Wow. Um, well,
I
I
will
think
keep you appraised.
yes, please. I had already tried to contact her house, and there was nothing picked up, not even voicemail, which is really weird. I couldn't even get like a recording or anything. I tried to contact her family. Unfortunately, they live off world now. But I mentioned that she was missing, and they were concerned, but unfortunately, she hadn't talked to them in a while, so there was nothing to go from there. So, any leads that you get would be probably the best leads that we have so far.
Gidget's just gonna yell from the background, have the detectives go by her house!
It's like, we will do that. That's fine. Like,
Who are you talking to?
Oh my god.
Who is she? She sounds hideous. How dare you?
Damn, people
Jokes.
fighting over clerk now.
I'm running into a tunnel.
Yeah.
It's breaking up.
So yeah, she encourages you to follow the leads that you have right now. And can I have everybody make a perception check?
Ooh.
Another +0 skill.
23.
Wow.
10.
I've rolled a 1 and the 2.
Oof.
A solid 3.
Nice.
Oh wow. Okay.
No, 5. Kidding.
So
25.
I know number.
all right. So as you all have taken your time searching the office, Bells, it looks like you look at one of the cabinets that's ajar, and it contains what looks to be like field equipment. So like a field suit. It's a basic set of Lashunta Tempweave armor that's fitted for a Kasatha, which is the four-armed race. It looks like it fell off the hanger as if she was attempting to grab it hastily when she heard somebody coming into her door. You also see. You also notice that there's a slight dent in the cabinet where it looks like it looks to be in the shape of like a figure, like a humanoid shoulder or something had been like shoved into the side of the cabinet. Let's see. What else? Fidget.
Well,
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. So, do your thing. Do your descriptions.
Fidget, you see next to the computer, there's what looks to be a printed out version of Arab Paqual's invitation to the Five Arches. And it looks like it has names of other university teachers and professors on there, as if she was going to try and like hand them out to see if anybody else has gotten something similar to this. She was going to take them by offices and see. And it looks like it had been kind of slipped behind her computer as she heard the knocking and somebody breaking in to probably help like detectives identify the assailants. And then
Okay, Fidget is gonna take that and just like turn to Brother clerk and be like, "Hey, this is words. Read this. Maybe you can analyze something."
Hey, this is words.
We've
Damn, I hate
turned
it when they throw
around.
words
I'm
in
no
me like
longer
that.
the reader.
We have a new official group reader.
He basically just texts the names to Mohani and is like, "Are these in the same field? Do these names have a common thread?" Like,
You receive a text back pretty fast saying no. Half of them are actually stationed on another world right now. The other half are in like linguistics and like some of them are in biology, so it's not entirely like anthropology based. It's just it looks like all of her staff members. She was just trying to see if anybody else got contacted by this sketchy dude.
yeah, it's not like he was after an experts in a certain thing. It's just this whole
Yeah.
department.
And then Bells, if you want to go ahead with what you were gonna say.
Yeah, I'm gonna go and grab the armor, and I got, yo, sweet, free armor here. Also, I think there was some sort of fight tussle thing going on. There's like little dents and like, I don't think this stuff is factory standard.
Oh, the locker didn't come with the dent?
Ooh, I mean, why would they make a locker with a dent in it? Right?
I don't know.
Why not?
They could have
Why
dented
not?
it just carrying it upstairs and putting it in, but that's of a significant scale.
Considering it's in like a trashed room, I don't know. Maybe they did break it coming up here, but my theory is that there was some sort of like, rush around, patump happening. And then, yeah.
Maybe the dent is because of like a secret door.
Yes! And I pressed the dent. Does it do anything?
No, it just makes this thump sound.
Well, no harm in trying, yo.
This has become already quickly become the chair of our mini campaign.
Oh god. It's a cabinet!
Anything with a dent is immediately.
Why is there a dent? Makes no sense!
What does it mean?
Oh my god. Okay, well,
Do you want me to stick that armor in my bag, or are you just standing there holding up this
Probably.
suit like?
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, I don't have
Maybe
4
we,
arms, so, if you
I
want to
have
grow
4
another 2
arms.
arms.
Yeah.
Oh. Well,
I have
do you
6
want this
arms.
4-armed
I
armor?
only used 2 of them.
Well, that's
but-
just ridiculous. 6. Come on.
Ridiculous.
That's just overkill.
That is too many.
Share some arms with the rest of us, dude.
You can see like a bit below my arms. There's like 2 very small arms just like wrapped around and like doing like this
Aw,
on the waist.
So
Like
cute.
Oh, doing the
yeah.
Mr. Burns.
And then finally, Gidget, yes, Gidget. You see, sorry, there's some more.
Yeah, Vex
Yep.
and Vax, baby.
Fidget. You see scans of what looks like notebooks labeled Halquim Zahn on them, and it looks like they're like marked in red pen.
Oh.
So it looks like these are like annotated notes of Halquim Zahn's notebooks.
Well, that's one piece that we were looking for, so I'm just gonna pick
And I
those up.
Nice.
I will share that with you.
They were just laying out in the open.
Yeah, it looked like she had printed this out.
Okay. Cool. Noise.
Noise.
Oh, there we go. Hey.
Whoa.
Oh.
Nice.
Hell
So
yeah.
there you go.
This is a big
Yeah.
knowledge.
Yeah, you have Halquim Zahn's
stuff my face
abridged
right in the camera.
notes.
Okay. Oh, thunder-bellied behemoths? Excuse me?
Yeah.
That's fun.
That sounds dangerous. And I'm tiny. So
Listen, everyone. I am very small. Okay. We have to be careful. I mean, aren't we all very small except for Clark and Blake? That's right.
I'm like not very tall,
Yes.
but I'm also a stick. So
I am literally
doesn't count.
twice the
Dude,
size of
so am
Zip.
I.
no.
I'm also a stick because I'm a tree.
Okay. So oh wow. Yeah, we should I'm thinking, I'm just gonna kind of wiggle the notebook. We should probably try to like do more research. Like if we get on the ship, and we should probably try to do more. And when we could ask the AI, because we have a ship AI.
Oh
That's
yeah.
true.
Oh, you mean Gus?
Yeah, him. It.
Gus.
They. Gus.
I believe they were they.
It's an AI. I don't fucking
The
know.
Gus.
It
No,
doesn't have.
Gidget
any,
was
like-
working through that in her brain, like just making sure that she had it correct. Yeah, or I mean, kind of looks at Clerk for a second. You don't just like automatically process, do you?
What?
Never mind. Puts the notebook back.
My good friend Gus is a they. That's
Sorry. I'm making myself laugh. Sorry. That's what I do. All right.
How it be.
Yeah, and so some of the notes on this journal that you see, these abridged notes, you can see that Dr. Solstarny writes in some of the like columns and in between the lines that it's known as Oasia culture, and I'll spell it out for you here. So it's Oasia culture, and so this is what seems to be a poorly understood dynasty of elven immigrants to Ugalam. So this would probably explain those elven statues and everything that were in her drawer. She's been studying this ancient elven architecture.
Okie dokie. So maybe we should take the statues too, just in case. Oh, is that taking evidence? Oh no.
yes. That would.
Yeah, are we
Yes.
not allowed to take stuff with us?
I already took the notes. Too late.
Yeah.
I took the armor.
I mean, you
We
could
could
take a
give the
copy
notes,
of
just
the
take
notes.
pictures of the notes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where's Ava?
Ava
Just-
has a camera.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
I'm sure any technology you can just like.
Do we have
Damn.
access to a camera in the future?
Yeah. Is there?
Ava
What
has
is
camera
a
on her.
camera?
Okay,
Yeah,
so we'll
man.
do that. I'll put the notes back. Take pictures of them.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, take pictures of them.
Take pictures of
Alright,
the
is there any-
artifacts.
Is there anything else y'all want to look for?
I'm good.
No,
Do
I'm
you
just going to
think
keep
that
moving the
this-
mouse to make sure the screen doesn't lock before the police get here.
Reasonable. No, the screensaver.
Oh,
I have to rehack
Oh.
it.
Fidget is gonna see that and then just go and like do some stuff with the computer so it doesn't. So like the time for it to go into screensaver mode is way longer than what it used to be.
Nice. Change it from 5 minutes to 10 minutes.
I was thinking more like 10 hours, but yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
From 1 minute to 2 minutes.
Ooh,
Perfect.
evil.
yeah, I guess we wait for the space cops. I don't.
Space
The
cops.
space detectives.
Yeah.
Space
So
cowboys.
as you all finish your search and finish looking around, you hear footsteps coming up the hall, and you hear the of the door to the office open, and this burly looking Vesk just walks in. What's going on in here? Are you the Starfinders?
Yep.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
That's us.
I've been commissioned with cordoning off this room for evidence. If you don't mind finishing up what you're doing here and kindly leaving, I'll need to get statements from all of you before I can let you leave.
I wanna,
Sure
like,
thing.
sidle up to Gidget and say, didn't they say, like, to leave us alone while we finish up? But this guy instantly came in and asked us to leave.
Yeah, I'm a little worried. Hey, buddy. Hi. Do you have a badge?
Yes. And he pulls out the badge, and it's got the Kabarat badge on it. It's got, City of Kabarat PD, QPD.
Take a close look at it. Just like
That
Yeah,
is
this might be
number
silly,
on
but
it.
can we like, can we really like, is this a forgery?
I
No.
mean, yeah, you can
Yeah.
go ahead make a sense motive or a culture check, whichever you'd like
Of
to.
Culture.
Of
Oh,
course, weed
culture.
group doesn't
Oh,
trust
yeah.
the cops. Of
Oh,
course.
Oh yeah.
24.
'Cause-
I got a solid 10.
8.
Okay,
Hey.
so the 20s and even 14, you get a sense that maybe this Vesk is just impatient. You have a sense that Vesks are somewhat ill-tempered to begin with. They're,
Mhm.
you know, these giant mean lizard peoples. But it looks like maybe he's like 2 days away from retirement. He just wants to
Oh. Just wants to get home to his kids, man. Come on, move it.
this is my last
Okay.
job. But no,
Okay,
it just
maybe
looks like he's kind of impatient and tired of like running around dealing with kind of the stupid shit that's gone on at this university before.
Tired of
Yeah.
these wide-eyed,
Yeah.
bushy-tailed Starfinders making everything complicated.
Yeah. Goddamn
Bumbling into his
Starfinders.
crime thing, just
It's like the FBI coming into a local police like thing. It's like, God damn it. Every time.
Okay. I just poke bells.
Yeah,
And then
it's fine. I'm a
as
little
you-
suspicious.
you all kind of look around, and outside the door, there looks to be this like female Lashunta out there, and she's just out there kind of like rubbing the stalks of her antennas, and just like, why do you always have to be such a pain? It's not a big deal. Let them do whatever. We said we'd give them time. I know. It's irritating. Okay, this is the third job this week, and I'm just tired of running back and forth to this university. There's nothing but trouble here.
Has there been other stuff going on?
Yeah.
Race war.
As you recall,
Yeah.
there was the incendiary lecture, and
Mhm.
this probably wasn't the first like rioty lecture that they've had here, so they've had to be called
Gotcha.
for like stupid, stuff like that, to where it's like getting rid of mobs of journalists and stuff like that. That's like, not
Just
really,
stupid shit.
not really a cops deal.
Out of hand frat parties, like the whole.
another drunken graduate. Oh god.
Oh God,
Get
yeah.
out of here.
I mean,
If it would actually be a good idea to get them to help us. Come to think of it, a lot of the smugglers around here would know QPD as soon as they see them. Why don't we mic a couple of these Starfinders up and have them go search out these trails and see what they can find? See if they don't mind wearing, some kind of surveillance so we can get a catch on them. And we could just stake out outside. What all have you guys found so far?
Found a dent in the closet.
I found this cool armor that Fidget now has.
I found some rocks.
Signs of a struggle.
Newspapers.
Like Clark's breakdown is like a precise, like ordered list. It's like signs of a
like how we're
struggle,
bringing up-
unusual communications. Like the whole thing is just like bullet point.
I like how we're bringing up the least important stuff first.
yep.
Yeah,
yep.
there's a dent. Oh, that's nice.
Dude,
Those
there's a
plants aren't
scratch.
watered.
Ooh.
Those plants
Come on,
haven't been
guys.
watered
What are
in
your
weeks.
plans? That's important.
Um,
The poor
so
plants.
they both take in this information, and they kind of look down like the 5 arches. 5 arches. That looks that seems to be a common place where dealings go on.
Like illegal stuff.
Yeah. Bells, do you have like a knowledge check or like a background knowledge check for that?
Yeah. I can make a culture check.
Yeah, go ahead and do that with whatever
Cool.
advantage you get on that.
Nice. So the DC is lowered by 5.
Okay, yeah.
Oof.
Oof.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you get an idea with your past of like dealing with smuggling and illicit deeds that a cantina sometimes is the perfect like meeting place to do like some quick swaps or to do things that would want to be out of the eyes of the law, because there's so many people in and out of there that it's just like hard to pick like one person that's involved. Also, you get a sense from like studying where it's located that there are a lot of back alleys that lead in and out of that cantina. So it looks like there's easy access to anywhere. So there's good escape routes no matter where it is. So it looks like this Five Arches place would be um, a very key point for like low key criminals and gang members to go and like hang out and just do their illicit deals.
As I'm looking at the map and like explaining this to everyone, and I'm just like, man, dudes, whoever constructed this knew what they were doing, man. That was craziness.
Wait, this has to do with crime and crime things?
Yeah, look at all these like back alleys, dudes. Like if there was like one cop, no offense, like Vesk bro, but you could just like skedaddle
None
so
taken.
quick, man.
Ah,
Else is very knowledgeable in this area.
with crime.
Yeah. You know, no, like Starfinder crime explanations. You know what I mean?
Prevention.
So
Crime
this is
prevention.
so this is something you've studied a lot.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
The study of crime. Do you think they teach
Yeah.
that?
What? You didn't take the crime course? Come on, dude.
Could you
The-
teach me?
Or the
You think
criminology?
Okay.
Yeah, crimology. That's
Crimology.
it, dudes. Yes, that's the word that was on the course notes. That's what I was doing. Yes,
Okay. I want to know more later.
sounds good.
Okay, cool. Oh, are there side question, Star Master Man? Are there plants in this office?
Yes, there are
They
plants in
need
this
to go
office.
with us.
We will not allow
I will not.
unwanted plants.
No, not a victim.
The evidence.
Oh.
You can't just
That
take
ties
evidence.
right into the message board thing.
Yes, I am unfortunately aware of this. Oh,
Yes, the
God.
message board stuff.
Yes. Oh, yes, the message board.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean the plants are
Yeah.
there. I don't think the officers would care too much if you take them. They're not.
Well,
you
when
Take one of
we-
the pots. This is evidence, yo.
Crime.
For the thing we're doing.
Crime.
Yeah. Crime.
We're doing
This is
crime.
part of the crime course. Take all the potted plants for bugs. The electrical sneaking kind.
There
and
doesn't seem
the
to be
other
any.
Listen,
Any
I'm a
signs of-
trained professional, and I know
Okay.
that these plants,
Right.
bugs. Thank you. Okay.
Well, we appreciate your your information that you had given us. Is there any chance that we could get you to help us catch these smugglers, or whoever it was that had broken here? If not, I mean that's okay. We can go about it our own way.
What kind of
Well-
catching are we talking about?
So, well, we were thinking if we could maybe put some type of surveillancing equipment that links to our comm units and follow you to this Five Arches that you mentioned,
Bugs.
we could possibly catch these criminals red-handed, or if you can go in there and do some searching about this Arab Pakwal and find out who is posing as him and get us some inside information, we can be ready to block off any kind of escape that they try and make from this cantina.
From this
Um,
building. The building
mm.
where it's really good to escape from.
Well, yes, it'll be difficult, but we can cover at least two of the exits.
And all of
Okay.
us.
Yeah,
And there's 6 of you, so
Mm,
they would be hopefully outnumbered.
fingers
If
crossed.
not, we can, take this up the ladder back at the office, and continue with our investigation from there.
I'll
It's really the choice is yours.
do it.
If you wish to assist us.
I'll do it.
Oh,
Okay.
I can be bugged. That's fine.
You are like this one big bug, man.
And she
No, that's
just kind of
Blink.
No.
She,
That's true. Dude,
she-
there's so many bugs around.
she types on her data pad and she kind of swipes it in your direction, clerk, and you kind of feel this like buzz, and then you get like a notification of like a direct contact with QPD comm unit. So you now have a direct link to her comm unit. And then Gidget, she supplies you. She pulls out a couple of really tiny, intricate, like nanite cameras, and yeah, they can weave into anywhere. You can put them in hair. You can put them like on your armor. They have really good 360-degree range of vision. You just plant them somewhere, and they have audio interconnected with them.
Yeah.
So, I have a question. Will this thing still work if I put it in my concealed compartments?
No. Because if it's concealed, it can't see. I think.
No, I mean the other thing, whatever they just sent me, which actually was the mic. Or
Oh, it's just a link. It's like a since you're an Android, you can send your like retinal sensor information straight to them.
that's
Just a
right. I
link
thought
to
they
a
were going to
Google
make me like
Doc.
wear a wire, and I was just going to put it in. The
You're a
compartment.
walking wire.
I mean, yeah.
You are the wire.
You are.
Well,
If you want a wire, though.
shit.
If you want a wire, though, I mean, you can feel free to ask her. She just kind of assumed, since you're an Android, that you were gonna just use your own, probably way more advanced technology to.
That's probably fair. Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, Fidget, go ahead.
Fidget was gonna say that Ava has a camera, and while her camera only goes to my custom rig, but I can probably send that footage over to you guys over a longer distance.
That would be excellent. Here, we'll send you the. And they kind of wirelessly transfer over their direct comm link as well, similar to what they did with Brother Clerk. So you can just directly send the data feed to them.
Fidget will immediately send Ava's feed direct to them for this. Also, if I don't know how many cameras Gidget got, but if we're gonna put them in places, Fidget's gonna place hers on top of Ava, so we're now 2 cameras.
Double camera.
Double camera.
She has about 3 of them, so
Okay,
and they're not too big.
Fidget don't need to.
Okay, so she'll give Gidget one, and anybody else that wants one. So whenever you all are ready, we can lead you over towards the 5 Arches if you'd like to go there. Or if you still need more time here, that's fine. Just contact us and let us know when you're going to be arriving at the 5 Arches, and we'll meet you there.
I mean, I'm good to go if everyone else is.
Yeah, I think we
I don't
checked
think
this place
there's-
out.
I don't think there's more to find here.
Okay.
Thank you. If we like leave like the office and we walk past the 2 detectives, Ziggs walks up to the Wesk officer and says to him in Wesk, we thank you very much for your cooperation. You do a lot of hard work and you deserve the recognition sometimes. Also, I really like the trans-dimensional parrot sitting on your shoulder. Bye. And then she leaves.
He just kind of is like, what? What the fuck? I need a vacation.
Dude, this
I
guy
love
is so
it,
hard
dude.
boiled.
It's so good. It's true.
Why do I have this the vest with just a massive cigar?
It's like a burnout stub of a cigar too. He's been chewing on it all day.
He's just chewing on it, yeah.
Hey, like he
This
pops
guy.
a thing you think he's gonna pull like a nightstick, and it's just another cigar. So,
One in his mouth, one in his hand. He's just
Yeah.
going straight.
Horrible.
That explains the gruff voice. That's all he smokes.
Oh,
Been
he smokes
smoking
cigar.
since he was born.
This isn't actually how a Vesk sounds. I just sniffed a lot in my life.
My lungs are totally screwed. Oh, man.
All right. So are you all heading there with them, or are you gonna go there on your own time?
We should probably get a
Just
cab
go
or something,
now.
right? So it's not like
Yeah, is it walking
didn't those
distance?
guys just turn up in a police car?
Yeah.
Let's go to the smugglers den in a police car, guys. That'd just be the best.
It's about a cab ride away. So, but they can direct you if you're going now. They just need to know to meet up over there with you.
Okay.
And if you want to ride with them, you can. They can like drop you off a block away, so it doesn't look as suspicious.
Mm,
Or if you just want to take your own car, I mean, you have the coordinates pulled up, Bells. So if you
yeah,
just want to meet over there and then signal them to let them know when
Just-
you're there.
let's just
Let's
get
just
our
take
own cab.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no reason to risk anything.
All right, so they're just going to continue to set up kind of like a little cordon off area, like a police line, do not cross on the office, and just kind of get things kind of set up in Solstarny's office while you guys head out. So as you get downstairs, you hail a cab, and this hover cab pulls up. It's like, hey, where you going?
I'm walking here. Okay.
Get here! Hey, me! From New York!
I was gonna say New York, by the way,
It's
Long
New
Island.
York.
Good God.
Go Yankees!
5
Oh, you like the
arches, yo. Yo, we need 5 arches.
You're going to the 5 Arches. All right, let's go. I'll take you there.
Hey,
Hop
appreciate
in.
it,
How many
man.
is there? There's 6 here. Damn. All right. Let me put this in real quick. That's gonna be about 50 credits.
Wait, do we have money?
Yeah, we started out with
Well, if you ain't got money, you ain't got a ride. So
we had like
okay.
3K to spend on gear or something.
Yeah, I have plenty.
Yeah.
I'll hand it over. I got it.
Alright,
Alright.
thanks, Gidget.
so
I
you
left
just
my wallet on the
Yeah.
campfire.
Your wallet in my other pants.
You're in my other
Yeah,
pants.
Sunrise Maiden, just left it there.
God.
Unfortunate. Anyway, thanks for taking that. Appreciate it.
All right, hop on in, and
Woo.
you'll hover on over. It's not too far. It's over on the eastern end of the city. As you kind of like fly by, you see a bunch of this beautiful architecture that looks like the steel and glass. Just it looks naturally shaped, like almost to try and match the landscape around it, like the natural jungle and trees, so that it doesn't look too much of like a industrial zone or anything. It looks very elegant and very beautifully crafted. So you pull up to this establishment, and it's readily apparent from the street because it has a huge glaring neon sign suggestive of the numerous portals in the district. It has these like 5 arches on it. So like McDonald's is like the golden arches. This is the 5 arches. It's got
Nice.
five arches to
It's
represent
Mega
these.
McDonald's.
Yes, it's 5 McDonald's.
They've had a merger with Burger King, so it's McDonald's arches, but in the shape of a crown.
It's a crown of arches.
I want chicken nuggets so bad now.
No, no.
And as you all walk in the front doors, you see just a riot of different world souvenirs plasters on the interior walls. And each table and booth and bench bears like the name of one of the Packed World's planets or like the habitable moons. So it's like kind of like a, I don't know, an Applebee's or something where you go in and there's just like crap all over the walls. Like
Like a
you
Hard
remember
Rock
how they
Cafe.
used to, yeah, oh yeah, like a
What's
Hard Rock
Applebee's?
Cafe. It's a restaurant. It's
It's a restaurant that
it's
is
a
like
tacky
every restaurant in one. It's so
yeah,
cool.
it's yeah, but
Eggled.
it's got a lot
Yeah, I
of
was gonna say it's like that. Sam, it's Eggled.
Ugh, gross.
So here you are. Let me.
Pachunk.
Whatcha?
It's on a grid. It's on a grid.
Oh God,
It's on a grid.
Well, I'm sure nothing can go wrong, guys.
we're gonna die. All right.
I feel much safer on a grid. Where is the entrance?
Good question. Oh!
On the way there, I assume we
Oh,
have. Oh, yeah, I'm huge,
huge.
apparently.
Wow.
Sorry.
Big girl.
I grew on the car ride.
Does Bells
No.
just constantly have flowers all over him?
Yes.
That's amazing.
My head is just like leaves, and my whole like around my shoulder is just flowers.
Aww.
Well, flower petals at least.
All right, can you all move your tokens at all, or do I have to use that?
Nope.
I
Oh, I
can't.
can draw a purple line though. Fuck.
That's-
Oops.
that's
Oh god. How do I get rid of this? Ah, okay, cool. Okay, I can move myself now.
Okay.
I still
How about?
can't.
Okay. Hold. Please hold.
Holding.
Please hold the line. Your call is important to us.
There may be
As
soon
some
as they
delay
say that,
due
you
to
know that's
COVID. We're
bullshit.
very sorry.
Your call is not important to us. We don't give a shit.
Yep, pretty much.
We're just gonna keep you on hold until you get bored and leave.
Yep.
All
Or
right.
until
How
we
about?
close.
Oh, now I can move myself.
Hey.
Don't-
Easy Gigi. Oh, I should give
Alright,
you
so
the.
go-
I should give you the Hero Forge version of Gigi.
Yeah, I think you sent it. I just haven't had time to make a token yet.
Gigi.
So go ahead and put your characters in the entrance or wherever you want to be. This is the entrance area over here.
Should
Where we are?
pretend to be
Yeah.
Yeah,
criminals?
Yeah, where you are.
Oh yeah, that's a good question for Bells.
Yeah, probably. I mean, it can't hurt. If people think you're rough and tough, then they'll like respect you a little more. So just like, rough and tough. Yeah, you guys can be rough and tough.
I don't know how to do
Right.
that.
Should
Look.
all of us be rough and tough, or should some just keep on the
Look,
lookout?
just like follow my lead, and I like go up the stairs, and
Oh.
I go to the bar.
This is
And
not
I'm
gonna
like,
end well.
yo, give me a drink.
You see this android woman at the bar, just kind of like quickly walks over and is like, "Yes, how may I help you? Welcome to the Five Arches."
Yeah. I need some drinks, and I need to talk to. And I look at Gidge and I go, what was the name of that android that we meant to talk to?
Oh,
Or like who owned the bar, who we could ask questions to.
I totally forget. What was it, Star Master?
It was Yuli.
Yuli. There we go.
I'll type it in the
So
chat.
many
Yes, sir.
goddamn names.
I need a drink, and I need to talk
You're
to
welcome.
Yuli.
Oh, yes, I am Yuli. I own this establishment. And what drinks may I offer? We have a special on Castrovellian Sunrise today.
Yeah, that sounds good. Does it have alcohol in it?
Yes, it does.
Then give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of those.
Alrighty, that will be 12 credits.
Hey, Gidget. Listen, I'm just going with that I don't have any money on me right now because I didn't write it down.
Don't worry, guys. I got this. Hey, can I borrow some?
What's the hard stuff? Oh, does anyone have any money?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll pass
I feel like that's pretty quintessential, Bill.
15 credits over, and then I just look at Bells and I go, do you need me to transfer you some money?
Yo, nah, man, it's just on the
You
boat.
left it on the ship?
I'll get you back. Yeah, it's alright. I'll get you back.
I'm keeping a
You know I'm
tab.
good for it. Okay, good.
Okay.
That makes sense.
Okay.
This is gonna be on the message board.
Yep.
Bells, where's my 15 credits?
Where's my money?
He owes me 65 at this point.
Oh god.
I know where you sleep. It's
Yeah.
just like-
Literally.
And you see her pull these cups up really rapid, and you see like her arm kind of split into two, and it like each arm has like a shaker in each hand, and it's just and it just pours out in like this perfect row in these nice little martini glasses, and scoots them forward, and then just drops umbrellas in them, and is like, "Here are your Castrovellian sunrises."
Oh, they have little umbrellas in them. Yeah. But thank you.
And how may I be of assistance? You were asking to talk to me.
Yeah, we're hoping that you can tell us about someone we're looking for by the name of Arab Pascal. I hope I pronounced that right. We're here to meet him.
In Arab Pequal.
That's
Huh.
the one.
I'm not familiar with this name.
Huh. All right. Perhaps you might know the location of a Miss Dr. Solstani.
I have met Dr. Solstarny. She frequents here. She does like our eggs and waffles. I'm not entirely sure the last time I saw her. I'm sorry.
Right. That's okay. When you say the last time, like maybe like a couple of days, couple of weeks.
It has been
Yeah,
exactly 3.769 weeks since I have seen her.
Right, robot stuff. Gotcha.
Oh yeah, Clark has to like put his hood back and take off his like mask helmet thing to drink.
You could drink?
Oh god.
There's
Yeah,
a sippy
you
straw
can
if you
drink.
need it.
There is like a
Would you like a bendy straw?
no.
Yeah, can I
Induction
have a
port.
straw?
Induction port. Induction port. No one
Sure
else
thing.
got that? Okay.
He's just like completely bald with like a really gaunt face, but the same big like round robot eyes.
Yeah, Iron Giant.
Nice.
No, it looks like synth skin, but there's an obvious like seam where it's been like put over the like the end of Westworld, which is like reaching the robot arm into like a
Oh,
flesh
God.
sleeve.
I don't ever want to
God.
hear flesh sleeve ever again.
the same sentence.
Yeah, it's like
Alright.
So he's got an emergency induction port.
Ooh.
It's from Mass Effect.
Oh boy. Hell yeah, the emergency induction port is very
Yeah!
important. Tali! Ah.
Dolly, yay!
I love her.
I love her so
Yeah.
much.
both his temples are basically USB sockets. Is the like
So
Um,
strange.
I just point. I'm gonna point at the drink and look at everyone else and go, I don't. Do you just sip it? I've never had alcohol.
I've never had either.
Oh boy. Okay. Just take it real
down
slow,
it
like,
all.
alright, dudes. What? No, that's not slow. Ooh.
Just puts the straw in her mouth and just drinks it like it's milk. Just
yeah.
Okay. I
You
can
about
see
made
a
Sig
slight,
spit. I was just like,
maybe a slight hump in the plan. That's fine. Okay.
Six is gonna take a leaf off of Belle's head, just pluck it and like put it into the drink and stir it, and then drink it.
Aw.
Very important to add to any drink.
Sig, don't die.
Can I get you anything else? Our special today includes an avian cutlet that is hold on, let me read this right. An avian cutlet smothered in a fig-like fruit compote, served alongside a mashed bitter tuber from Triaxis.
Yep, that
Sounds
for the
fancy.
table, sure.
Yeah.
I'll take one.
Hey, she said it's not on my tab. And can I look around at the rest of the bar to like see the other customers?
Sure, make a perception check.
Ooh.
I'm feeling
I'll
I'm
also
not
pay
quite
for it.
getting the
Yeah.
information I was hoping for.
Yeah, you all can make a perception
well.
check.
Oh.
Dude, that food looks real good, man.
12.
Sure. Yeah, she brings up these steaming plates of what looks like this like squab with
Oh,
this like
Holy shit.
orangey red like compote on top of it, and then like this mashed tuber. I don't know what a tuber is, so I'm
A potato is a tuber.
okay.
Yeah.
This mashed potato from
Potato.
Triaxis.
Oil and
Um,
mash and thick and stew.
and just slides all these plates down and is just that will be 30 credits.
Keeping track.
I pay I actually pay for the food.
Oh.
Okay.
Hey,
Six.
appreciate it.
I got a dirty 20 perception.
Oh, I got 29, which is an
All
actual
right.
20.
Oh.
I got a 6.
A clean 20.
I got an 8.
Clean.
Freshly,
My
freshly
thing
washed.
broken. I haven't rolled anything higher than a 3 at this point.
Oh.
Oh,
The time will come, Six, don't worry.
Yeah.
believe in yourself.
Yeah, when it matters in combat.
I was gonna say.
So most of everything below a 10, you don't really see much. You just see like a stingy like bar or like a dive bar, and the clientele look kind of shady, but not too bad. Like they look questionable, but nobody in particular looks questionable. It looks like this is the typical like customers here is just like sketchy people. And then let's see, 10 to 15. You notice that there are a couple particular Lashuntas that are kind of like eyeing you as you came in, and there's a couple of like Kasathas and stuff who kind of eyed you as you came in as well. It could just be because you're new and they don't know you. This is like their hang, maybe. It's kind of hard to tell, but they were eyeing you as you walked in. And then anybody above 20 and above, you see that this Lashunta over here has been eyeing you and like looking your way ever since you came in and is still kind of staring over into your direction, sort of eavesdropping on your conversations. And you realize that when you mentioned the name Arab Baqual, he looked up and looked over to as like kind of trying to eavesdrop in on your conversation.
Well, this steak is real good.
Well, now what?
I don't think Clark would say anything.
Well-
He just like keeps an eye on the guy, so that
Yeah, I might just say like
if and when he tries to go, it's the like we need to follow
Follow
it.
that one.
Like
yeah. I guess I'll turn everyone just sort of say like, well, I was sort of hoping that the good old bartender here might have some more information. But either she doesn't know, she's playing dumb, so there might be someone else in the bar.
Should we spread out a bit?
Well, we all kind of came in together, so that might look weird.
Yeah.
Clark just like leans down.
Wait!
Like wait,
Oh, sorry. Had an idea.
like
Yeah? What's your idea?
yeah, so he like waits for Gidget. Like
Okay.
Yo,
Wait,
dudes,
no,
that's a
is
big
there-
grin.
Is there? Yeah, you should be worried. Is there like music happening or anything?
Yes, there can be.
Okay.
I mean, there's
Yeah.
I'm sure there's a jukebox or something somewhere.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll go press the jukebox and turn it on, and then I grab Zix and go, we're gonna dance and see if we can spy on people. Let's do crime, and just like wheel Zix off.
I think
Nice.
Clark will try and get hold of Bells since this seems to be like his element. And just be like left the bar, 2 away from the wall.
Huh? What? Oh. Then I have a look. Like, I try to subtly look, and I just give Clark a nod.
Just the single nod. Like that's
Single-
that's pretty much the entire conversation is just that guy.
Just a single.
Acknowledge. Beep boop. Cool.
Yeah, it's seeing if someone like meets them or if they leave, they're now the object of his like passive observation
Yeah,
while
just
he's
to notice.
eating.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll sort of like lean over to Clark and I say, I don't want to just go over immediately, but I think you're onto something. We'll keep an eye on him.
If he leaves, we'll follow. If someone joins him, we'll.
And then we're instantly interrupted by loud music and these two dancing.
Yeah.
I'll ask you some
We'll just keep a low profile.
How tall are you, Soki?
She's
I know
like,
Vix is like 3
Not
feet.
very tall at all.
no, yeah,
Oh,
she's
good.
like 3 feet, so they're about the same height, which is why, also partially why I picked 6. So it wasn't like
Nice.
super awkward.
Very reasonable.
I'm just gonna wheel around. Do we see anything else interesting?
Mm.
Star-Lord's
So-
too busy jamming out.
Music starts playing as Gidget puts some music on at the bar.
Hell yeah.
Music kind of starts playing. What did you ask?
If there's anything else that we spot, or if there's people coming out of doors that don't look like a kitchen or a bathroom, stuff like that.
Not really. From what you can see, it just looks like business as usual. It just looks like, kind of in and out, people going in and out, people just coming in. A lot of people aren't eating food. It looks like like they just come here to drink and then leave, or drink and kind of just hang out and then leave.
Can we try to eavesdrop on anybody as we go by?
I mean, if you'd like to, you could try.
Hell yeah.
Make a
Nice.
perception
Hell
check
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
as you're like dancing
Yeah.
around.
14.
20!
Better than it.
Nice.
All right. So you hear there's a couple of people over here in the over here at this table, and they're they're just kind of like, wow, I've never seen like a Yosoki in person. Are they actually that small? Yeah, I don't know. They look really furry. That's weird.
I bite real hard! Wheel off.
And then you see this this elf over here. She's just kind of like talking to herself, just kind of like, oh, the numbers don't make sense. I don't get it. Boss said that we needed this many, but it doesn't make sense. I mean, whatever. I guess I could rerun them tomorrow. I just hope I can get that done and over to accounting as soon as possible.
6, is she okay? Does she have a parrot on her shoulder?
No.
Okay.
But
This took a long time to check.
So as you all are dancing, this Lashunta that's been kind of watching you just kind of like walks over and sits next to Brother Clerk, and
Still
just
eating.
kind of leans in and like lifts his hand up to Yuli to get another drink, and she slides another drink down. He catches it in his hand. And he looks over at you. So you're looking for Arab Paqua?
Yes.
How do you know of him?
He was speaking to a friend of ours from the university.
Oh, so you need like one of those expeditions, I can help transport you. I helped transport Arab Paqua. If you're an intellectual type, you need some transports to get out of the port, Tuhalu port. Yeah, I got contacts. I can get you some IDs made. I can get you out of there.
Like, looks at bells. It's like,
I give a.
Okay. 3 thumbs up.
I am listening.
Can you make a bluff check
Sure.
to kind of pose as this client?
I'm not terrible at it. Let's find out. 14.
All right. So you see him kind of fidget around, and could I get who else watching him? Is it Bell's brother and Blink right now who are watching him, and Fidget?
Yeah.
Fidget is also watching.
Yeah, all right. If you guys can make a perception check as you're kind of like watching over and watching brother clerk.
Am I rolling or just them?
Yeah, you could roll as well.
Thought I was
'Cause
doing
you-
good, man.
You see him kind of finick with his belt a little bit.
Got a 21.
Damn. Okay.
25.
19.
So
17.
Clerk, Fidget, and Blink, you all notice that he looks to have touched some sort of button on his belt. You're not sure what exactly it's for, but he pressed some kind of button on his belt and then kind of fidgets around, and he kind of like, well, I don't know, maybe you're not the right clientele for this. Maybe we don't need to get involved in any of this any business.
How much does it cost?
You know what? Just forget I asked, and he just
Can I like get up and like stop him?
Sure, yeah.
I like sort of like just
you
put my
want to.
hand out and say, "Hey man, come on, look. I know
Whoa.
that he's a little bit standoffish, but we have money and you're willing to offer us a service. Don't you think that we can just make a deal?" He's the intellectual type. You know how they are. They're not like us.
All right.
Clark's just eating. Like he's
All right.
Oh, I see he is gone.
He's just like, I'm done. Bell, make a bluff check to try and like,
Okay.
or is there a persuasion, or is that bluff?
I think it's bluff. Let me double check real quick.
There's
Diplomacy.
diplomacy.
Yeah.
Diplomacy.
Make a diplomacy check. Try that.
Hmm.
Unless your bluff is higher. If your bluff is higher, you can use that.
Yeah, my bluff is much higher.
I'll allow the bluff because you're kind of posing as,
Yeah.
Okay. So with that, he like kind of like, I still don't know. I mean, all right. Listen, I can't do business in here, but we have this spot set up if you want to meet me out back.
Sure, man. Sure. Wherever you're comfortable.
All right. And he kind of leads you over and like out the door.
I just sort of like look at Gidget, give like a little cheeky like yeah, and then follow.
You just Zix, you just hear Gidget go, "Oh, piss buckets. We're gonna have to follow him."
All right. And then are all of you following as well?
Yeah, Clark will like clean his mouth with a napkin and then like put his
Yeah.
like mask
Take
helmet
10 minutes
on
of
and
setup
pull his
to
feet
get
back up.
Just slurp the rest of the drink and
Zix, do you
20
think we
minutes
can be?
later.
Maybe we should be sneaky.
All right. Yeah, we should better follow Bells before he gets himself into trouble.
I know.
He has a penchant for that.
Yeah. Let's be sneaky though, and do crime.
And do crime? Did you just say do crime?
Whispered it.
do-
Yeah.
We're doing
are you a criminal?
Are you a
we're doing
crime?
the opposite of crime. We're
We're doing crimes.
I'm making
Yes,
sure
hello,
my
I'm here for the
camera's
crime.
catching all of this too, like this guy and what he looks like, and
Yeah.
I say to Gidget,
Yeah.
how do you do crimes?
crimes. I don't know.
quiet. Just like
On our way to do some crimes.
round up the gang and lope after him.
Yeah. Let me just paste you on this next area.
Hickey.
Okay. So, ooh, yeah. So he leads you out back into this like back alley, and Zix and Gidget, you said that. Oh my God, that's loud.
Oh.
Yeah, stealthy.
Okay, you
They're
guys
all
are going stealthy.
Stealthy.
All right,
Sure,
so
great.
I'm gonna put you guys.
Huh.
Shit, that didn't work.
Nope.
My
We
bad.
stopped to the
I
wall.
drunk too much. I'm seeing double. Oh man.
B?
Yep.
Oh,
The
there we go.
perils of moving scenes.
Yeah, I know. All right, you can go ahead and organize yourself however you want. He's gonna be
Was this the door? Or where's the door?
yeah, up here is where you guys entered. So up north. You guys
Up
entered
north.
from the
Oh,
north.
oh. Yeah, we're going stealthy. Yeah.
And then the rest of you can get however close you wanted to him or whatever.
Yeah. Anyone part of
because
this deal, I suppose.
Yeah.
Because we're stealthy, Ava is gonna like sit on top of Fidget's shoulder just in case. Having a flying thing isn't gonna attract attention. She's just not flying. She's just a camera. No, it's gonna be on her head. Oh yeah.
All right, and
That's
can
parrot on the head.
Zix and Gidget, can you go ahead and roll stealth checks?
11s! Shit!
I cursed myself with my name. I've rolled like 4 6s today.
Damn.
Why did I pick this name?
All right, so you both make your way up. You think that you're being stealthy, but there's so much garbage and trash that you're just like kicking cans and like crunching on bags and stuff and making a lot of noise.
Well,
All right, and the rest of you are following as well. So he gets up to here and he's like, "Yeah, we're just stationed in this old warehouse right here."
all right. Well,
And he kind of like leads you in. Let me reveal this area.
dun, dun, dun.
There's like,
I just saw
yeah,
it
we've just got this back room back here. If you wanna.
I'm gonna go in, but I'd like to sort of look around as I'm doing so.
All right, go ahead and roll a perception check. Everybody who's kind of in the doorway. Go ahead.
Okay.
Nice.
18?
19.
18.
14.
So as you all enter, you hear this like this like transponder code, and you see that same button that he had pressed on his belt has been glowing, and now it's gotten a lot brighter, and you see these other Lashuntas come out of the corners, and I'm gonna need you to roll for initiative.
Oh, poop!
Hey, it brought us to a trap. Hell yeah.
Can we?
God, the
Can
deal
we,
in the back.
And let's take a break. Yeah.
Yeah, let's roll initiative, take a break. So we'll be right. Give us about 10 minutes, everybody. Be right back. Starfinder, game 2.
Starfinder.
Starfinder.
Yeah.
Woo!
Combat.
Combat. Starting on combat.
Combat.
We'll be right back,
Nice.
everybody. All right, sorry. Technical difficulties. Now we're back.
Hell yeah.
Hey, there's an aura.
Whoa!
Oh my god.
Huge aura!
Technical difficulties removed. Alright, let's get this
Everything's
out of here.
pink.
I'll put it back down to 0 so it's not so overwhelming.
Hey, now
Guys,
I can
did-
start to see
I
names.
did a thing.
People's names
Hey,
appearing.
Oh.
It's
Nice.
happening.
it's happening. It's happening.
Oh my gosh,
Happening.
we have names.
He has
All right.
health bar.
Yeah. Hey, yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
All right.
Have a health.
Initiative.
Oh
Battle.
god.
Yeah,
What in
We
the world?
fighting.
I'm gonna
Yes,
have to
I got a
add-
25.09. Is that a good?
God, 20.02.
25.09.
Yeah, I'm not in the.
Yeah.
Wow, that
Me.
is. That's real good.
That's real good.
I'm adding you.
Hey.
do have- In all fairness, I do have improved initiative as one of my feats. So.
Jesus.
That would do it.
All right. All right. All right. So I'm just getting different little windows pulled up here. Don't mind me. There we go. All right, because this is a game that a lot of us have not played before. So no backseat gaming, and just realize we don't fucking know what we're doing.
We're just gonna slam down stuff and hope it works.
Yeah.
You activated my trap card. Nope, wrong game.
Oh,
Nope.
oh, 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 oh. Nice.
All right. Is everybody in the turn?
Hey.
Order?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
Oh wait, mine is wrong.
I was about to say, how are you slower than me?
Hold on. No, I'm. Hold on. I go from. It keeps fucking up. Why does?
Anytime someone else enters theirs and hits enter,
Yeah.
it kicks you back out the
Yeah, it
box.
changes. Yeah, it's very
Yeah,
intuitive.
but
Thank you.
No, but it kept popping up my character sheet too. I don't think it's supposed to do that.
What a
if you
complete mess.
double
Yay!
click or
Hot
shift
mess.
click,
Yep. All right. All right. Let's do this.
Alrighty. Thumbs up. Let's do this. All right. So as you guys enter, you guys have entered this warehouse, and following this sketchy Lashunta smuggler into what hoped to be some sort of dealing to maybe get more information about Arab Paqual. Bell's just following and putting faith in this random smuggler. You're led into this warehouse, which is now, you see that there are 3 other smugglers that have now caught you in sort of like an ambush. And so, Brother Clerk, you see this and you see them kind of draw, and just out of pure instinct, you're ready to go. So it is your turn. So you have a move action, a standard action, and a swift action.
I do.
Similar to like D&D, to where like swift action is kind of like a bonus action or free action, and you could use a full action to full attack, but you get a -4 on your second attack. I think
Yeah, you can take 2 shots.
you can take
but
2
they're-
shots.
Are they both at -4? I don't remember.
The second one's a -4, I think, because you shoot the first one normally, and then you try and quick shoot the second one, so you get a -4.
So luckily, I have a quick release sheath, so I can draw my pistol as a swift action. But if I do a swift, can I still do a full?
No, I don't.
No.
think so.
Well,
No,
okay,
because full action is your entire. It takes your
Yeah.
entire action, all 3 of your actions.
I mean, I've got to draw a gun. There's no way around that. So,
I simply
You
must
don't
draw a
have
gun.
to.
I will pull my gun and yeah, that guy's at 30 feet and just rip off a shot at him.
Alrighty. Go ahead and roll that.
Full attack, no. Does a 17 hit?
Is that KAC or EAC? That's a pistol, so KAC. Yes, that
Yes.
hits.
KAC, just a normal
That hits.
handgun. So he takes
Damage.
3 piercing damage.
Oof. All right. Fire off the shot at him.
Yeah, it's like what he reaches like so into the robes And then it's that John Woo, like, as the hand comes out of the sleeve, it's also aiming and shooting in, like, one motion.
And doves.
Yeah.
Slow motion and doves.
Damn.
And are these the 4, like, big squares? Are they, like, columns or cover of some
Yeah,
kind?
they're columns, so he technically has cover, but you hit high enough above his KAC that you hit him. I would say that you'd have to roll a mischance, right? Isn't that? I don't know how cover works. Sorry.
That is a good question. I had it up
I
earlier
think
and I've
cover
already
just
forgotten.
improves the AC.
Yeah.
They get.
That's what I thought, and you would have rolled high enough that if I remember correctly. Damn it! I had the fucking GM screen loaded on here and it just crashed.
If it's wait,
Uh,
if it's soft cover, then it's
downloaded.
+4. Partial is +2, and then improved is +8. But
Yeah.
Pull the manual and it's missing a page.
So yeah,
Nope.
you still would have hit even with cover.
Yeah, partial cover being a +2, it's still, yeah.
It's a forbidden information from the
I
manual.
can't find
Yeah, I will
my
shoot him and
spells 'cause
then
they're missing.
No. Technical difficulties.
I guess, is that partial cover from this doorway? So I'll just move. Yeah.
Yeah. So this
Draw-
square would be partial cover, I would say.
So yeah, he just, like, sees that this is going badly, and then, yeah, one motion, just draws the pistol, shoots, only, like, wings the guy, and then just, yeah, runs for cover.
That's fair.
And that's all my actions. That's, yeah, swift move and attack. Yeah.
All right. So this main smuggler guy that you all followed is going to this one. Let's see, what can he do? Where is his attack moves? All right. He's going to okay, there we go. He's going to move back here. Let's see. Try and get back here. And he's going to attempt to shoot at Bells. And it is going to be a 15 EAC.
EAC 15. One sec. Nope. Barely misses
Alright.
me.
So that just kind of grazes past you. He takes out this laser pistol and just shoots one off at you, missing.
Come on, man.
That is his turn, and these all right. So these other smugglers are going to. Let me see. What do I want to do here? Hmm. Ooh.
Shoot, they shall.
This one is going to run up on Bells, and he's going to
I'm
take
being bullied.
he's going to take his tactical baton and just try and swing it at you with a 17 KAC.
KAC.
17 against your KAC, your kinetic armor class.
So that my KAC is 17, so that hits, yeah?
Yeah, that hits. So
Bonk.
then, so you'll take 4 bludgeoning damage,
Oof.
and that'll go to your stamina, not your
Yeah,
hit
yes.
points. Okay. And then this one is going to move back. Try and stand by this pole. And he is going to take his laser pistol out. And he's going to attack Blink with a 4. So that he just fires off. Completely misses. It pings against this pillar over here. You just see it kind of reflect back. And then this final one, is going to move down here, and he's going to shoot at Brother Clark. And you have partial cover, so you get a +2 to your AC.
Mhm.
And what is going to be an 8 against
Uh,
EAC.
Nope, not
All right.
even close.
So he fires off the laser pistol, and you hear this bing as it hits the side of this door right by you, and missing. All right, Zix, it is your turn.
Nice. Okay, I'm going to crack my knuckles, all 6 of them.
Oh god.
And I'm going at first I was gonna cast it as a different target, but now I'm looking at the jerk who hit my plant body, and I'm going to cast Puncture Veil on him. And I'm just gonna read the description of it because it's awesome. I grasp onto a space-time filled with microscopic needles and use them to pierce into your reality. So
Right.
like shimmering aura appears around him, and like a shit ton of little needles just pierce through it and pierce his skin.
Oh,
Um,
I
One
never want to go
second.
to the needle universe. That's all I say.
do I make
Needle
a
Go to the needle
That's
universe.
I
do I
go
make a
for my
save or
needle.
anything, or
I don't know. It doesn't say anything about an attack roll or a saving throw in the description. It just says
Spell
it does it.
penetration 11. What does that
I don't
I
know.
don't know what that means. And I would like to cast it as a full action. So he takes 2d4 piercing damage and gains bleeding 2 for 3 rounds.
even?
Once again, does the spell just hit and damage? Do I need to roll a spell attack roll? It doesn't say anything.
I don't know. I'm looking.
Oh
So
boy, the
spell
first combat
penetration is +2 to caster level checks to overcome SR, which is spell
Oh, is it?
resistance.
Yeah, spell
Yeah.
penetration is a feat I have that
Yeah.
overcomes people's resistance to spells.
Yeah.
Spell resistance is pretty uncommon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it
Maybe
depends.
not Starfinder. Yeah.
Starfinder, there's a lot of resistances that are just crazy.
Yeah,
That is true.
that makes sense. Space bullshit.
Do 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 do. All right, I'm looking up that spell to see if it's if you
Yeah,
attack her, because
I
that's
tried to look it up. I didn't find anything.
oops, completely scrolled past it. Oh boy, learning new systems.
Mm.
First combat, you guys.
Yeah.
Hype. Yeah, how could we
Hype.
not get it totally perfect the very first second?
We're
You
learning.
know, one of these days we're gonna just be so good that nobody will know how bad we were.
Yeah, maybe.
Remember back in episode 2? No.
No, we don't talk
Go
about
away.
that.
I mean,
I'm
it's
so
okay.
glad my turn is last because
When we've worked this out, is that the...
Yeah, I don't see puncture veil. Sounds dope.
Oh, is it going to be for one of the other books?
Does it say like you grasp
this-
into leisure into reality?
It.
I don't know.
So
I
I'm
guess
looking
you
at some of the others, like Chain Surge, and it doesn't have a. You don't roll to hit.
yeah, it looks like you just do it, and it does. Oh,
Just
fuck.
does.
All right. Well, I guess it just does. Okay.
Yeah,
So
seems like it do.
yeah. So you just do a full attack.
Yeah, on the dude who hit bells. So that's
All right.
2d4.
All right. Go ahead and roll damage. Oh god.
Yeah, that's 5 damage, and for the next 3 rounds, he bleeds 2 damage every time, I think.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah, bleeding
Alright.
too. Yeah.
oh my god, he's bleeding. Ugh.
Pierced by
Is that-
microscopic needles from an alternate dimension.
Is that the
Oh.
same guy I shot as well?
Yeah.
He's not doing too well.
I don't like this. Ouch.
Welcome to the needle dimension.
No, no. Do not want. All right. So you use your full turn to make that spell.
Yeah.
All right. So Fidget, your
Yes.
turn.
What was the thing about drawing a weapon? Is that in?
It's a
It's a move, or if you've got a
Move
quick
action.
release sheath, it's swift.
Okay. But I'm gonna stay where I am, I think. And then
Okay.
I'm gonna shoot this guy. Out of
Oh
range.
boy, he's just getting all of it. All right, go
Right.
ahead and
Is it? Will that be a full attack?
no,
It
because you use
No.
you
Yeah.
use your movement to pull your gun out. So
Okay.
a full attack uses your all three of your actions.
Yes. I have no clue what's up. 10?
So 10 against. Is that
It's
that's
a
a laser
laser
pistol
pistol.
EAC? So that misses.
Yeah.
It just kind of like glances off of his armor, and you see he kind of like, "Urgh," and he's just bleeding and has all these microscopic like slowly draining, just like blood drops forming from all these pierced
No.
holes in his face, and he just looks really pissed off and uncomfortable.
That's fair.
And then Ava gets an attack because she can either move or make an attack on my turn, like after my turn.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
And Ava has Ava has a pistol also attached to her, so
Nice.
that's a 25 for Ava.
Ava is a much better shot than you are.
Ava's
Yeah,
a much
holy
better
shit.
shot than me. I
That-
think
that
Ava has
hits.
the same. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I calculated right, and she also has a plus. Yeah, because she rolled a 19, and she has the same bonus as me. I have no clue. Damage.
It rolls it for you. It's the 2.
Yeah.
So what was that? EAC?
Yeah.
Sorry. So that's EAC.
Twen-
Holy shit. Yeah. Okay. So that
25 to
hits
hit.
him. Yeah. So
And
that
then
hits.
2 points of damage.
Oof. All right.
I don't know.
Jeez.
Maybe. Yeah, 2 points of damage. Yeah. She has the same weapon specialization as I do.
So Eva just burns a hole right through this guy's arm. You can just see like a clear hole in his bicep as he's like holding up this club to go for another attack on Bells, and he just drops it to the ground as this like just burns this clean hole right through his bicep, and he's just looking like horrible right now.
Fidget high fives one of Ava's hands.
No.
All right, Gidget, your turn.
Oh, poop. What is the Starfinder rule for Gidget's first thought? Let me put it this way. Gidget's first thought is to, after seeing what Ava and Fidget just did, to try to get these guys to surrender. So would that take my entire action then?
I think that could be a swift action to try and diplomacy.
Yeah. Okay. Because that's what she would want to do.
Yeah, I think. Let me double check just
Sure.
to make sure that it's not a whole thing, but you could go ahead and roll the diplomacy check.
Okay. She's basically gonna be, listen, he's got a hole in his arm. I was gonna throw a grenade, like, it was gonna be a whole big thing, or you could stop from dying and just put your weapons down and we can just arrest you. How's that sound? So, yeah, she's gonna try it.
Get him, dude.
24.
Oh, fuck.
Envoy!
I love the DM. Ah, fuck. The player did the thing. Ooh.
The thing
'Cause
to
if it-
end all combat.
If it didn't work, I have something else I'm gonna do, so.
Is
I
it
have-
perhaps
Yeah.
a grenade?
Well, they're out of range.
Yeah. Yeah, so you see. Okay, that's tactical movement. That's movement. That's speed. Sorry. Okay.
No, we're learning.
Flanking, combat. I'm almost there, guys. There's a lot of book.
There's a lot. Yeah.
Unbelievable booking.
Okay, here we go. Other actions. Use a skill. The action required when using a skill depends on the skill. Okay, so I'd say it's a swift. Like you're just kind of like shouting. So I'd say that's like
Okay.
a swift action. Okay, so 24.
24.
So you see this one by the barrels kind of like wavers a little bit, and this one over here on the stand sort of is like, oh man, this. They both kind of like look over at this guy, and he just kind of like is like looking at them both like questionably, and it doesn't look like they're giving up just yet.
Poop. Okay, then that's part B of my plan then. So I have the barricade feat,
Okay.
which lets me use, if it'll show up in chat, it's being dumb. Mo, why you no go? Anyways, basically it lets me put trash together to form a barricade, and it's my move action. So
nice.
it's up to the GM if there's enough refuse in the area to let me do
plenty.
that. Okay, so I'm gonna build real quick a barricade in front of me and Zix.
A trash
A
barricade.
trash barricade. It's just like
Nice.
refuse. It's not gonna
Is it
really.
cover, I guess?
It's cover, so it's yeah.
How big is it?
It's not letting me pop this into chat for some reason. So it's my move action, and the barricade's temporary, not particularly durable. When determining its hardness and hit points, treat it as a piece of equipment with an item level equal to half of your total ranks in engineering.
Okay.
It's
That's a lot.
intense. Yeah, it's intense for a move action. So my engineering rank is an 8. Or no, my rank is a 3. Sorry. So it would be a 1.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Um,
grants partial cover against attacks.
Yeah, me and the person adjacent to it, which is Zix. So,
Is it?
It's
Like 10 feet, I guess?
yes.
Okay.
Barricade collapses at the beginning of your turn in 1d4 rounds, unless it's completely destroyed by an attack.
That is a hilarious image.
I know, right?
Just up in front of real quick.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty good.
You like yell to them, surrender yourself or we'll blow you up. No? Okay.
Okay.
Constructs cover, yeah.
Warned you.
I told you what would happen. Yeah, it's not letting me populate it in chat for some reason, but it's the barricade
It's a
feat.
great
So
mental image,
I
though.
rolled a 1d4. It came up to 4, so it gets destroyed. It falls apart after 4 rounds.
So
Okay.
basically just drag a bin in front of you.
Basically, yeah, it's just like
Yeah, that's what I did.
moved a barrel.
I'll move this dumpster.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're just gonna blow holes in it in 4 turns. But
You
until then,
essentially just constructed a pile of trash in front of
Basically, yeah.
There's just so much trash in this alleyway. Oh God.
I still have my standard action, so I'm gonna shoot this motherfucker right in front of Bells then.
Ooh.
Alright, go ahead.
So I have a pulse caster pistol, which I'll try. It's not a full attack, so that's gonna be a. Oh no, that's a negative. That's a 1. That's a natural 1.
Oof. Yeah, that misses. And as you go to shoot it, you actually accidentally shoot into your barricade that you just built. You're like pulling it.
Barricade.
You're like pulling it out, and you just and it just shoots through, and it takes a round off of your barricade.
No.
stunned on your own cover.
This is new for me. I don't know what I'm doing.
Just
Turns
pile
out
of garbage.
I think you did a valid attempt at intimidating them, Captain. Good.
I just
So
love-
I'll shoot my trash barrier.
Strike fear.
love the difference between the ultra smooth like fight kicks off, pistol comes out, shoots a guy, dives into cover to the like oh god scrabbling to build cover and like letting off your like stun gun into
It's pretty good. It's pretty good. That's Gidget's whole turn.
Alrighty.
I wasn't-
Oh
Captain,
man.
my captain.
Bells. It is Bells'
Oh.
turn.
Okay, so Bells takes out what looks like a little metal stick from his side, and it extends into like a big baton, and then these little spikes come out, and then in between the spikes, all these little flames jut out, and then he swings it at the guy in front of him.
Oh shoot!
What the
Full attack, no.
I just bought a pistol.
Yes, Flame Dash go. Is that EAC or KAC? I can't remember which one. I think it's E.
I think it's E, yeah.
Yeah, because it's flame. All right, that misses, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Just missed.
Oh,
So you go
really
to
bad.
swing against it, and this flame Dashko comes out, and it just kind of glides up against his armor and slides off of him.
Damn.
And he just kind of like is laughing. He's like, and he's just bleeding from all these pores in his face and like this giant hole in his bicep.
I just give him a look like, man, you are crazy. And then I take a wait, yeah, are there 5-foot steps in this game?
Yeah, guarded step. Yeah, yeah.
Excellent. I'd like to take a 5-foot step like this, and then I just point at this guy and I say, well, you're gonna get lit up again, my dude. That's my turn.
All right. Blink.
I.
Hello.
My question is,
I
can I cast a spell but also use my pistol?
It depends on the spell. If the spell says it can be used as a swift action, then yes. Otherwise, it's your standard action.
move if it's like move to pull your gun, swift to cast your spell, action
It's
to
a
shoot your gun.
Yeah, so if it's a standard action, you can't shoot and cast.
Okay.
You can one or the other because your standard action is shoot a gun, or most spells are standard actions. However, there are some spells that are swift that are kind of like bonus actions. So unless it specifically says swift action,
No. Oh, okay. I just misread the spell too. So that's
is it like supercharge or something like that?
yes.
Okay,
But that's like
supercharge
to the end
your-
of my next one.
your next turn. Yeah, so it
Yeah.
supercharges your next attack. Yeah.
Yeah, but I can't cast that and also make an attack now. So
No, you can cast it on somebody else's weapon though. You can supercharge Fidget's weapon if you wanted. You don't
That's
have to just
true,
cast
'cause
it on yourself.
touch it.
Yeah.
That is true.
So it's up to you. You can cast it on your own weapon and then take cover and then shoot next round with a supercharged weapon, or give it to somebody else.
I'm gonna pat Ava and then supercharge Ava because that has a weapon, right? I'm gonna
Yeah,
supercharge
Ava,
Ava.
it, and then I'm
you have
gonna
the weapon.
That's
Dad,
amazing. Oh my god. Supercharge the robot.
attack Ava.
Said
I think
me.
Ava had the best hit, so that's probably what
Yeah.
How dare you? I did more damage than Ava.
Pop up.
Terry.
But you're all the way over there.
There we go.
Thank you.
Yes.
Woo.
It's just being a bit stubborn.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh.
That's how it
Nice.
cards.
Oh
It's pretty
damn.
dope.
Yeah,
did
supercharge is
it.
fucking rad.
Holy shit, 46.
Jeez.
All right.
What the hell? Wait, I didn't read it. Holy shit.
Yeah, I need to.
It's
Oh fuck, Ava.
That's a
Yeah.
lot, man.
Wow.
So
That's a lot of
But
damage.
if you miss, it uses up the supercharge. So
Yep.
if you hit, it's really good. If you miss, it sucks. It's like damn it.
so it's a gamble, but
It's
I
good
have
though.
3 more spell slots.
That's pretty good.
All right. So Blink, that is your entire turn, brother. Oh,
yes,
brother, where art thou?
indeed. So I'm going to use my full action to trick attack, which I move and shoot, and there's a roll.
Yeah.
I'll
Trick
explain
attacks
this.
are, yeah, they're
Doing some
complicated.
crazy bullshit.
Yes, I will explain as we go. Right. I think if I've measured this out right, it's 40 feet to here, and then he is now 30 feet away from me. Yes. Okay. Step one, pew the gun. That's
Step 1, pew the gun. Step 2,
oh god. Does an 11 hit his KAC?
an 11 unfortunately does not hit his KAC.
Yep. We will find out next turn how trick attacks work. Enjoy your day, everyone.
This would be a public service announcement. I don't know what's going on.
That is all. Do not look.
Hey, it looked cool at least.
Yeah.
That's true. He just goes running at
barrel
him.
roll,
He
combat.
goes running at him and shoots his pistol.
All right. So now it's that guy that you shot at's turn, and he, not liking getting shot at, is going to shoot back at you with his laser pistol, and he is going to do a full attack and try and squeeze off 2 shots on you.
Okay.
You don't mean he doesn't?
Oof. First attack is an 8 against EAC,
Nope.
and second attack is another 8 against EAC. So he just, like, hurriedly, just after getting shot at, shoots off 2 shots, completely misses you. And he just kind of, like, looks around and is like, do something! And so these other guys are like, what? So this one here that's bleeding profusely is going to run up to Bells, and he is going to try to daze you.
How rude.
Did he take the 2 damage?
Yes, he did. That's why he's making a Hail Mary.
Dude, this guy, he's a fighter. he's going in.
He's like, he just like walks up to you and he like places his hand on your shoulder, and you can just see his antenna kind of. So roll a will save.
I will save. That's my bad one. Not a bad roll though.
What was the roll?
16.
All right, so you So let me see. Yeah, you successfully save. So
Nice.
nothing happens. He just kind of he comes out of it and he's like, "Damn it!" And it's
You're
just
right,
like,
man. You're not looking too good.
just like these blood drips are just like lining his. It looks like he's just got lines down his face from all of these needle holes. And
You look like
yeah,
you need a nap.
he is not doing well. He is not having a good time.
He's doing his best though. I can approve of that.
He's living his best life right now. He really is.
Yeah.
All right. So this one is going to attempt a what's it called?
He's attempting a chicka 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 down with that.
Yeah. Okay. He's attempting a chicka chicka. Oh my god. I don't think that's gonna work. He's gonna attempt to bull rush Brother Clerk. Which if he succeeds, KAC +8. He pushes you 5 feet plus an additional 5 for every additional like 5 over the result.
So
Let me try
my
this.
KAC +8 would be 24.
Fuck.
That's a big number.
No. 11. Oh. So he just runs and he's like and he just runs into all like full metal. He's like,
yeah, I just like hand him off, just like palm.
No.
Shit. And he just like looks up. He's like, fuck. And this last one is going to attempt a laser shot at Brother Clark. He's going to squeeze off 2 rounds as well. He's going to stay where he's at and just attempt. 15 against EAC.
That will hit.
All right, so you'll take 3 fire damage. And then his second attack is a 7 against EAC, so I'm guessing that goes wide. All right. All right, the smugglers' turns are done, so Zix.
That's me. Okay. I'm going to come forward from a trash shield. I'm going to. Okay, I'm going to look at the guy who looked like he was the leader of the group, like they all turned to him.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to look at him, but I'm going to point at this dude next to Clark, and I say to the leader, "You should really listen to our captain and surrender." And then I give him a big grin and I say, "She's the nice one." And then I point at his like underling and I cast fear on him, so he's going to be plagued by his worst nightmares.
Oh god.
But he has to make a will saving throw for it. Yes, well. Oh, and big thanks to in the chat who said that puncture whale does not require a roll to attack.
Yeah, the Kiwi.
Yeah.
Thanks. Much appreciate. We're learning. All right, so he
It's to
rolled
make
a
a
9.
roll. Nice. So he is going to be shaken for 1 round as I unlock 1 or more of his deepest nightmares.
Is it this guy in front of Brother Clerk?
Yeah, because he was within range.
Oh no, he's
But
scared.
I look at the leader as I do it, and I sort of like, I just want to let him know that like it's in his best interest and for his subjects to like maybe consider the proposal of surrendering.
All right. Is that all your turn?
Yeah.
Alrighty, Gidget or Fidget. Fuck.
Wow. Question, because I said at the beginning of this that Ava was on top of my head.
Yeah.
Ava can't attack and move. If I move, will Ava move with me?
I mean, if she's attached to you, yeah.
Yeah, she's just sitting on my head because I didn't want her flying around.
Yeah,
Good.
that's fine.
Because that I'm gonna move there. That's 30 feet. And then I am gonna no, I have one more. There. Then I am gonna shoot this guy with my weapon.
Pew pew.
Would that be a full attack since I'm just moving, or no? Because
No, full attack takes your movement, your swift, and your standard to do.
that makes sense. Yes.
So you have to pretty much stand still and shoot twice.
16?
Against EAC, that hits.
Yeah, that's 4 points of damage.
Alrighty.
And then Ava is gonna shoot the guy who just got feared.
Oh god.
Fear casted him.
Damn it. He's frightened for 1 round. I forgot to roll for that. It's a D4 number of rounds.
Yeah.
Let's
He's
see.
frightened of who? Everybody. Everything.
Just his he's right.
Just frightened. Okay.
Yeah, it's a status condition.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The condition. Yeah.
Mm.
Alrighty.
Let's see if Ava hits. And if she hits, it's gonna be a hell of a damage.
Yeah, this hits.
Yeah, I'm really hoping it hits.
I'm gonna cry.
No!
No. Fuck's sakes. Yeah, that hits. So roll your bonus supercharge damage.
Yeah, I'm gonna find how much it was.
Jesus.
Was it like
Six.
a million?
46.
It's 46.
Boy.
Because it's a single target.
Yeah,
That's
Jesus.
nasty.
He's not even gonna have time to be scared.
I know, he's
19.
Oh!
Roll as well.
So 20.
Oh
So it's
boy.
a total of 24 points of damage.
oh my god. So Eva's weapon just sort of like starts to glow and it looks like it's getting to the point of overheating and you see this just like huge cylinder of energy just blast through this guy's abdomen as he starts to like clutch his head and he's like and he just falls over
Ava
just
kills up the
slumps
man.
down as he's like, as the last thing that he's thinking of and is his worst nightmares. He just gets this huge hole, just
That's not a good way to die.
poured out through his stomach.
I feel like
And-
his
Just
worst
let out
nightmare
of
was
his
seeing
misery.
himself die. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just saved him.
No, it was the realization that a drone killed him.
He's
Yeah.
like, oh, dang.
First
Dang
blood of the
it.
campaign to the drone.
There's the good thing. Ava is not a. She's a simple AI, so she doesn't feel. Yeah.
She doesn't have feelings.
Yet. Oh.
She
Ooh.
doesn't have
Fulfills the prime
bloodlust
directive.
yet.
As soon as
Oh
she gets feelings,
no.
now I feel remorse.
I feel bad now.
Yeah,
Alright,
we all just wake up on the ship and hear Ava go, "You'll die up there." They're coming for you, Barbara. Yeah, that's all you hear.
Alright, is that your turn, Fidget?
That's my entire turn and Ava's
Jesus.
turn.
Alrighty, Gidget.
I mean, I'm behind my trash pile, so
Behind your trash pile,
I'm
you're
safe
safe.
here.
You are safe and sound.
so I would like to take a full attack against this guy.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, it's -4
Have at it.
each, so is a full attack. Ba-bam! 8 on the first,
That will miss.
14 on the second.
That one will hit.
Hey, so it's EAC, so it's 3 damage.
Yeah, so this guy, he's bleeding out and just like suffering, has a hole in his bicep. You just shoot him right in the head and just finish him off, and he just kind of slumps down and slumps into nothing.
Maybe
The pulse cast is the non-lethal one, isn't it?
it's
That's the, like,
it's
stuff.
non-lethal, yeah.
Oh, it's non-lethal?
It's non-lethal, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So then
You
you
tase him.
stun him and he's
I
at
tase him.
0.
Yep.
He's at 0, but he is bleeding out, so on his next turn he might die.
We have a captive, but he's bleeding. Oh.
Alright, so he is out of the combat.
Bye-bye. I'm just gonna
Um,
stay there behind my trash.
Alrighty, Bells. Your turn.
Okay. I need to quickly look something up. Can I do this in
Is it
comp?
the death and dying rules for all of you?
Yes. Or at
No.
least for the person now in front of me. Because if he bleeds out, then we don't get any information.
Yeah,
Because
there's
what
still
you-
2 of them left standing.
Assuming they live.
Yeah. Yeah, and the captain probably has the most information. So I'm going to move here. And I'm going to use my I'm going to use my blossom shower. So all of the like flowers and leaves on Bell's head sort of like begin to flutter, and all these like little loose flower petals and leaf petals just sort of like shoot out from around him and surround an area 15 feet around him. And it means that everyone in this radius has a 20% miss chance for incoming attacks.
Alrighty.
And that will be my move.
Alright.
Like a rain.
Now it's a John Woo scene.
Now, yeah, I was about to say, now it's John Woo.
Cherry blossoms.
Cherry blossoms?
Yeah,
Yes.
dude.
Alright, Blink, it's your turn. The cherry blossoms are just.
Try to look
I'm
up
making a big
the
mess.
range of my pistol. I don't know how far it's a static arc pistol.
60 feet, I think.
Like how far can it?
I have so many guns. Which one does?
It's 50-foot
So
range.
many guns, so little time.
Okay,
Yeah, it's 50 feet.
guess I can't. I
No,
launch it.
stay behind my trash pile.
It's safe here. Meh.
It's so safe.
So safe.
It held up and I shot it.
That's true.
It did
You
it.
should.
It's very
Amazing.
safe.
Oh god.
I'm gonna just also attempt to the surrender thing, and I'm gonna make some ghost sounds to like I don't know.
Ooh, ooh.
Police siren. Just
Yeah, speaking of,
actually
where
a
are those
good idea.
fuckers?
Where are they?
Yeah.
Oh,
It's only
Yeah,
been
I'm gonna make
12
some
seconds.
distant sounds of police sirens, however they sound like nowadays.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna look at the main dude, the captain dude. Surrender! or else we'll kill you too.
Behind
Jesus.
the
you
trash.
really went in here guns blazing, huh?
Surrender. Roll a diplomacy.
Probably
Oh
can't.
no, I'm so bad. So I got a 5.
That's pretty accurate.
Wow.
Surrender.
Surrender!
Just an angry cricket person.
All right, so you hear like you make these siren noises out in the background, and he doesn't look phased at your surrender, but he does look a little bit concerned with the police sirens.
Yeah, and I want to like add like police sirens and then like footsteps coming down the hallway if I could do that.
Ooh, yeah.
Mm.
All right. So he looks a little unnerved by the police sirens and the sound of like the fuzz coming. So
The fuzz.
The
the
fuzz.
fuzz. All right, brother clerk. Shall turn.
Let's try this trick attack thing again.
Yeah, do it. If it works, it's so dope.
I know. Luckily, for one of my operative things, I chose the thing that lets me either shoot and then move, or move and then shoot for doing the trick attack.
Oh,
Nice.
that's nice. Yeah.
So 10. Nope. Okay. That definitely misses. And then,
Yeah, that misses.
but I can still move.
Yes, you can.
Where do I want to go? I can go a long way. That's the other thing.
I can really zoop around.
I can. That's. You know what? It's probably better if they're shooting at me. Think about it. In fact, it's not even worth moving because we get the thing from being in his um, petal cloud.
From my
So I'm just
John
gonna
Woo
stay
scene.
here.
I mean, you could do a full. Can you do a full attack with your trick attack?
Doing a trick attack is a full attack, but you only get one.
Oh, you get one shot.
and
Yeah,
then
okay. Gotcha. Okay.
he does not have a horned helmet. He does have a thing that if he's in light armor, he goes faster.
Gotcha. All right. So this main guy getting a little unnerved. He's going to. He's gonna stay there and try another full attack against Brother Clerk. It's gonna be difficult though. It's gonna make.
We're just squaring off. Two guys stood 30 feet away from each other, just shooting over and over again.
Oh God. Yeah, I don't even have to roll the mischance because he rolled so low on both of them. Yeah, a 1 or a 7. Neither of those hit.
Do some like crouching tiger leans or.
Yeah, he can't get a clear shot of you with all of the petals and thing flying around. So he's just kind of shooting blindly into this cloud of petals. And just kind of looks around, getting really nervous. And let's see. This other one, let me see if he can do something fancy. Probably not. He's probably gonna die. He's gonna try and shoot a full attack. No, maybe not full attack. He's gonna just do a regular attack. Hopefully this one will hit.
Regular attack.
A 15 against Brother Clerk.
Is
Did
that
you roll,
EAC?
the
And
mischance?
yeah, I have to roll the mischance. So is it
Yeah.
if I get a D20 or below? If I get 20 or below, it misses. Or
No. So on a D10, 1 or 2 misses.
gotcha. Oh man, I'm scared. Okay, so I rolled a 6.
Okay.
So that will hit. So you
Yeah,
take
against EAC. Yeah.
Yeah, so you take 3 fire damage.
I tried.
It's still well within my stamina. That's fine.
Yeah.
And then he's going to run up here. And he's going to open this door back here. You see these doors kind of slide open, and it looks like just darkness and boxes inside of there. And that's his turn. Zix, is your turn.
It's me. 1 second. Okay, so he's opening a door, so that maybe they're trying to escape. What does this thing do? Sorry.
Oh, you're fine.
Okay, I'm gonna go with my original plan. I'm going to step into the beautiful pedal shower bubble. And for a moment, I get really distracted by it. Like I'm just like, ooh. But then, like, I focus on my original attention again, and I walk up to Fidget, and I touch her pistol, and I cast Shifting Surge on it, which lets me. 1 second, if I can get it in the chat. Lets me change the energy type of the weapon. And add additional damage. I don't think I'll change the energy type because it seems to be working. But on the next attack, it will do an additional 2d6 damage if it hits. On Fidget's weapon that she used to shoot.
All right. Any swift action or anything, or good?
I don't think I have anything for a swift action.
Man,
Yeah, I'm good.
All right.
As a swift action, I just give Fidget a thumbs up and I say, "Go get him."
All right,
So
Fidget. You've just had your gun with charged with this weird surge, and it's just like making these weird noises. It's like tinnitus. Just
There, I think. So I can shoot this guy who's getting away.
all right.
Trying to.
Go ahead and roll for attack.
19.
Nice.
19 against EAC. That'll hit. Does
No,
the pedal thing only count for going in, or is it also going out, shooting out?
asking me or asking?
Asking Bells.
Just
Yeah,
shooting
Bell.
So,
I think it's just shooting in.
It's just shooting in. Sorry.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Only attacks coming in, targeting anyone in the circle.
gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
So that hits fire damage. Ooh.
and an extra damage was
Extra 2d6.
2d6 from the shifting surge by Zix.
Yep.
so that's an extra 8.
Ooh.
So it's 12 points total.
He is not looking good. He like drops down to like one knee, just getting shot in the back, and he's like, oh. All right. Anything else?
No. And then Ava's gonna shoot the same person just because.
All right.
Because I don't like.
13 is probably gonna miss.
13 EAC. That hits.
Oh. Okay,
These
then
guys are not well armored. They're just like lowly thugs.
They're just trying to provide for their families.
Yeah, they're just trying to provide for their families, you guys.
No.
Is this about to be Ava kills a second person?
It might be.
Ava wipes the floor with some thugs.
Ava,
I'm very scared of Ava's
MVP.
evolution. She's been blooded now. She's had the
I
taste.
only kill. What is my
Right.
purpose?
She did another 4.
You kill. Oh my god.
Other 4.
Yeah, that's yeah, he's dead.
Ooh.
Well, Better make sure we
Double
keep the
kill.
cat alive.
Yeah, he's no longer in combat. He is dead. You see him just after he falls to his knee from Fidget's shot. Ava's shot just hits him again, and he just face plants right onto the concrete, right in front of the door that he just opened.
Sploosh.
Ghostface killer. That's
And all right, and this last guy just like he like tosses his gun down. He's like, all right, I'll talk.
Aww.
Um,
Is this guy
Gidget.
still alive?
Gidget, it's your turn.
Is this guy still alive?
He's on the ground unconscious and bleeding from multiple
Well, this is what I was
incidents,
curious. Okay, because
multiple needles.
I can't tell if it's Gidget or Hallie that's like was real tempted to do this, but I'm gonna walk over beside him and just hold my baton. You're gonna talk, huh? You sure? Because I could just like smash this guy's head in like a melon.
I mean, yeah, I'll talk. I don't
Okay.
care about like these are just
Hirelings, great. You're a pillar of moral standards. Fantastic.
hey, you know, we all gotta make do.
Clerk,
There
go
ain't no
get
rest
him.
for the wicked, okay?
Yeah, Clark has binders like
Yeah.
in his bag, so he just like pulls out cuffs from his bag and keeps the gun like trained on the guy.
Pulls out a bunch of 3-ring binders from his bag. He's like, ah,
Gotta find this paperwork, nerd.
Link them together.
look at all this paper. Look at how much.
Are we still in initiative order?
No, we're out of initiative.
Hey.
Can I try and help this bleeding boy?
Sure, yeah, go ahead.
Fidget will also help.
Make
Oh.
a medicine check, you two.
Nice. Nice.
I walk closer to keep an eye on him.
Yeah, keep that guy under wraps.
You see that this guy has bled out. There's a pool of blood that he just did not make it. Multiple stab wounds from another dimension were
That'll do it.
were a bit too much. Just too much for him.
That is the
Yeah.
nastiest spell. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking metal. Like, holy shit.
You knock
Man,
him out
and
and
it's
he
like a
bled
good
to death.
spell as well. Like it does good damage.
Oh, yeah.
bleed damage as well.
I
like,
don't
yeah.
even need to roll to hit. It just does.
It just does.
Can't
Jesus.
stop
It,
the
it just kills.
Needles. Yeah,
Tense.
so he's dead. Just bled out and from the just dead.
I want to come over to the leader as Clark's tying him up and just pat him down and just anything on his person as far as like in his pockets or anything, it's all coming out and I'm tossing it on the floor.
Ay. All right. So as you're kind of like patting him down, you notice that he's wearing freebooter armor. He has his azimuth laser pistol. He tossed to the ground. It still has a battery in it. It has about 15 charges left.
Ooh, I grab it.
Yep.
You do find this knife on him, and let me. Let's see. Yeah, you find this weird knife on him that you're not quite sure what it is. And he has a tactical baton, and he has a cred stick that has 50 credits on it.
Okay. Well,
And
Bells, now you don't owe me anything.
anybody else?
Oh, thank
If
God.
you search the other smugglers,
Yeah.
the other smugglers have similar armor and a similar pistol, and they also have similar tactical baton, and all three of them have cred sticks that have 50 credits on them.
Cool.
Nice.
So
I guess that's their their salary.
Their day wage is.
Yeah. 50 credits.
Well,
Are we just giving the money to Gidget? Is this are you the bank?
yeah, I'll keep track.
so
Do
as
they
you
all
guys,
have? Do they all
Sorry.
have batteries? I assume for their.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
that'll
batteries
come in
aren't
handy.
full. They're all missing about 5 shots, which you assume
Okay.
were the shots that happened while you were in battle. The one that does have a full battery, because I believe he didn't shoot at all, is this one. So there is one full battery,
Okay.
but the other ones they're missing about 3 to 4 shots.
How do we charge them? Like, do we put them in a charging slot?
Yeah, there are charging stations, or there are some like charging armor upgrades that you can get to where as you move, the static electricity from you moving will charge batteries in your weapons.
Nice.
Oh,
So it's
I
pretty
made that
neat.
from my phone.
Nice.
Yeah, right.
Is
Um,
the leader the only one with the weird knife?
Yeah, that's the only one. So it's the only weird knife that you have. It's like this. It looks like this trench knife, and it has this chute that runs down the side of it,
It's
and then
called
it's
the
got like a
fuller.
button on the side.
What's this do? Asking the guy, just waving it threateningly under his nose. What's this do?
That's just my knife.
I
It's-
call bullshit. What's it do?
Seriously, it's just my knife. I mean,
Can I sense
Go ahead.
motive on him?
yeah, sense
does-
motive.
Fuck you. 11.
But
But it's a knife with a button.
Yeah, yeah. He
press the
just
button.
he
Press
seems
the button.
he seems
Press the
pretty
button.
straightforward. Like, yeah, it's just a knife. I don't
So-
know what's.
So if it's
What's the
just a knife, and I look over at Clark, that means if he stabs you with it, you'll just die.
I mean, eventually, yes.
That is the
It
purpose of
also it also catches on fire, but it's not really. It's just like for show more than anything.
is that what the button does?
Yeah, you push the button and it shoots a little fuel down that little like tunnel thing and then in the blade, and it's like kind of flamey. It's it's cool. It's like a little parlor
that's-
trick.
It sounds really awesome.
Yeah.
I'll give it to Blink. Don't play with it yet.
Okay.
Not yet. I don't trust this guy.
What is it with me and getting fire
I
items?
don't know.
Old habit, they
Like
Sam.
it's old habit. Yeah.
Something in my subconscious told me.
I mean,
So-
me as a player, I love setting things on fire.
Oh hell yeah!
Listen. I'll tell you. I'll tell you. All right. See, we helped this Karasha Lashunta. He called himself Arapaqual. I don't know if that's his real name or not, but we helped him secure documents for 15 people, allowing them to get through the portal at Torhalu Point. So, I mean, it was just a bunch of fake IDs so that they could get through as Port Authority and so that they can move the equipment through. They had quite a lot of equipment with them, but we just made IDs. I don't know exactly who they were or what they do. They just bought these IDs. I do know that they had a lot of firearms and like heavy gear, and like there was this like Sheeran eye rifle and like this pretty big satellite like comm unit thing that they were taking. I don't know. That's all I know. I was just trying, just getting some work, just fake IDs. That's what I do.
Was it
Wait.
like gear for exploration or for combat?
I don't know. I mean, it was a lot of firearms, but exploring out in the jungle, shoot, I don't know what's out there. There's crazy stuff out there.
How long ago was this?
Oh, this was what, a couple days ago, maybe.
Ooh.
Mm.
Not too long ago, yeah. They
Do
had,
you know anything about the people he was getting the identification, the ID for?
I don't know specific people. I just made some fake IDs. I don't know like who they were. It was a bunch of different people.
Did you
There was-
meet this guy, this Peckwall?
Yeah.
What'd he look like?
I mean, just like, he's just a Lashunta, just like me, just a Karasha Lashunta. I don't know, like.
Nothing identifying about him. No weird scars. Missing an antenna.
Yeah,
No,
but
had both antennas, had all his fingers. It didn't look really weird. I mean, I try not to look too much into it. Money is money.
Fair enough.
I didn't, you read too much into some of these things, you can lose your deal, and losing deal means you losing food on the table. You know what I'm saying? So
We
So
need
did
to.
he also tell you like, ooh, you better attack anyone who says my name in the bar? Like, was that part of this deal you were doing here?
no, I just thought, I thought y'all wanted some like extra work or something. Like I was like, oh yeah, man, I could get some more fake IDs. Maybe they know this dude. Maybe they want to go out and like explore too.
So was the attacking us like a test thing that you were doing to like?
No, I mean, I kind of saw through your bullshit at the bar. Like,
That's fair. Not my best work. Not gonna lie to you.
I was, I was like, no, there's something wrong. Like, I feel like y'all are cops or something. And then like the sirens and shit, like, that's not cool, man. I
Oh,
ain't doing nothing wrong, okay? I'm
Yes,
just feeding my family.
it's how
Except
the
murdering.
sirens were me.
Well, I mean, it's too bad for you with the sob story and everything, and I flash him the Starfinder badge because now you're in big trouble.
Ooh,
Oh,
got him.
damn it.
Yeah, maybe ask questions first before you shoot. And turn
Man,
around and like, hey, where are you cops at? Seriously.
Yeah, and as you like say that, you hear like these footsteps coming from down the way, and they're like both out of breath.
Don't mind my
Uh,
trash.
The trash barrier. No.
Just fall over it. Ah!
I put my hand, my sticky little stick finger hand, and just put it on his shoulder and go like, but on the bright side, you could have been dead. So I think you got pretty lucky.
On the bright side, you could have been that guy. And I point to the needle dude. It's just tearing the pile of shit on the floor.
yeah, so they both kind of sorry that we're late. We heard the incident, but we weren't quite sure which alley you went down. There's a lot of alleys back here. Um,
That's
He
fine.
got it.
You got
I
here like
got it
eventually.
handled.
Oh, I love this guy.
we got here like 2 minutes after we heard the shooting. So
Fair enough.
But, yeah.
All right.
Things evolved pretty fast.
Yeah. So.
oh, it seems you caught old Tuonis here.
Oh.
Tuonis, what are you doing? Are you selling more fake IDs? Why are you hurting people now? That's not part of your thing. Are you with the new crew or something? Hey man, like I don't know. I gotta put food on the table. Shit, leave me alone.
I have 12 children.
Why you guys always in my business, man?
I-
God.
You're doing
Almost feel
illegal
bad for him.
stuff. What do you mean? Why are we in your business? You
I-
know
Yeah.
why, dude. Come on, don't play dumb.
Listen to what the plant said. He's got good ideas.
Yeah, yeah, guys. See, yeah. I have good ideas.
And this best detective is like, all right, we could take it from here. Is there anything else that you need to get from this guy?
No, we already took all his stuff.
All right, we'll
I
take him
mean-
down.
Wait, do
To
we
the
need
station.
fake IDs?
No.
That would be stupid, right? Okay, cool. Just double checking.
Resist,
cool.
resist.
Actually, one last thing. Have you done any business with Stilani?
Solstani.
Solstani. Oh, Solstani. I don't know anybody by Solstani. I mean,
Cool.
I've done work for like a couple doctors trying to get through, but
You seem like you're good with names.
the name doesn't ring any bells. But Arab Baqal, yeah, that was a couple days ago.
Bells.
Bells.
Hey, why are you ringing me for?
Thanks.
Is there anything through this door that this guy was trying
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to look into the room too.
No, as you look into it, it looks just like storage, and it looks like there's like an exit to the street on the front side. So he was probably just gonna try and book it and run.
to get?
Boo.
That's
Um,
oh.
But it doesn't. It looks like just more boxes and more just like crates and empty crates and barrels and stuff. It's probably just like a warehouse, like a storage warehouse for a local factory or something. Nothing
Gidget
really
can
yet.
make a lot of barricades.
I could get better at
Barricades
it.
right in there.
I'm gonna practice when we're on the ship.
It was a good
So-
barricade, though.
The cops escort this guy out, and they give their thanks for helping to catch him, and yeah, so
Woo!
you guys did it. Is there anything
Hey.
you guys want to talk to the cops more, or because they're
I
outie?
feel like we should maybe try to find the doctor at this point. That's just Gidget's.
Should we
Yeah.
Yeah.
go
You
to the
guys,
place?
you did get the security footage that you haven't looked at yet.
Oh
from
yeah.
Oh,
the,
yeah.
so I can tell you about that real
Yeah.
quick.
Yeah. If you want to use that as kind of the end
Oh, yeah.
piece.
Oh,
Yeah.
I will.
Oh yeah.
So, the Kabarat University has security cameras in all the hallways and entrances, but there aren't any inside the individual offices or classrooms. So you're given the security footage, and as you can see, you're watching through this video log, and you see 3 Karasha Lashuntas carrying heavy backpacks and wearing uniforms, all matching uniforms, and they entered the building about 2 days ago, really late in the evening, after everybody was gone, the lights were out, so it's kind of hard to make out their faces. Then they took the stairs up, but it seems like there's no footage of them on any of the other floors or any footage of them leaving the building, almost as if the footage had been scrubbed. So everybody make a culture check real quick.
Blah.
13.
11.
17.
20.
Ooh.
11.
All right. Let's see. Blink, Gidget, Fidget, and Brother Clerk. You all recognize these uniforms as Gateway District Port Authority uniforms. So these are the authority figures who are in charge of guarding the portals that lead to other parts of the continent. And Fidget, you notice while you're watching this that there are inconsistencies in the footage on the 4th floor, and specifically where Dr. Solstarny's office is. And you can see that it looks like the footage loops. It looks like you see the same thing over and over. And you get an idea that these individuals probably weren't from Port Authority, and maybe they were impersonating Port Authority to get in. And that's all you find from the cameras. Next time.
Oh man. Heck yeah.
There's some shit happening.
That's some
in the
shit
cameras,
happening. All right. Fabulous. Well, yeah, that was holy shit. Yay, we survived. Yay, we
Yeah.
survived.
We didn't get TPK'd in the first fight.
Do we get XP?
Yeah.
Yes, but I think instead of doing the XP thing, I'm just gonna do levels. I'm just gonna let you guys know when you level, so that way you don't have to
Sounds
micromanage your XP, because
Yeah, very fair.
Yeah.
that's a pain
I
in
like
the
that.
ass.
Yeah, it is.
So-
It is.
I'll just keep track of it as if it were like one person, so then I know when all of you level up. So
Perfect.
it's just a lot easier.
Okay.
So yeah.
But-
So
Woo! All right. So we're
Hell yeah.
back in 2 weeks. There's a lot going on in June. If you go to our Twitter at terrible_party, our schedule is up on there. What isn't on the schedule is we've got more Slam Vanners coming, because I never know when those episodes are going to go up. So if you haven't caught our Monster of the Week game, that is happening. It's called Slam Vanners. We're playing tomorrow, hopefully. There's a whole thing going on. We've got more of this in June. I've got some special stuff going on with Drawlicon next month, Drawlicon Online, which would be amazing. So yeah, this is yay Starfinder! I'm so excited! Yay!
Woo!
And we'll catch you all next time. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. All right, everybody. Goodbye.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.